Welcome to Gamebros. This is
And this is Prodigy.
and we are
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live.
we are live from the Gamebros studios here in beautiful Miami, Florida. And you know what time it is?
It's time.
It is time for the world famous Gamebros Show here on Twitch and YouTube, and we're so excited to have you guys here with us. And we got a lot of stuff that we have to talk about, stuff that I didn't even think we would be talking about. And for that, we have to go into what we call the news. Yeah, so man, a lot of stuff that I didn't think we would be talking about today, we are going to talk about. I didn't know that PlayStation would be getting into the AR business.
AR.
AR, sir.
Is that just VR with less steps?
With a whole lot of less steps.
So, PlayStation, Sony, they want to dip their little fingers in AR. And they release some patents, like always. We always get patents, from Sony. We're always seeing a lot of things.
I'm getting tired of the patents, though. Can we get some physical, real
physical
stuff?
Yeah. So they want to display some of the elements on your game's HUD on your eyeballs.
Just directly on there.
Directly on there. So I guess glasses, when you want to say Google Glass, but PlayStation Glass.
I guess is that the future that we want right now? Is that what we're going to? It seems like it, because not just Sony, a bunch of other companies are starting to get into the AR business. Can you explain in real short, what's the difference between AR and VR, just for the people that don't know the difference?
All right. So
Besides the beginning letter, of course.
should I explain the acronyms?
Yeah, go ahead.
So AR is augmented reality. Kind of what it sounds like. It augments your reality, so it changes the real world around you. Now, VR means virtual reality, so it's a virtual world. So the entire world is a different world. It's virtually made. So it's not your actual real reality. It's a fake one. That's the difference. So whenever they say AR and VR, which is better, you can't really compare the two since they're different things.
Mm-hmm.
One's changing the real world around you. The other one is making a whole new world for you.
Yeah.
So that's the difference.
Yeah.
So all they want to do is make like a glass, like a visor or something that you can wear. So maybe your health bar is displayed, your inventory, your map, a compass, whatever. That's being displayed now on your eyeballs, not on the TV screen anymore, I guess.
Okay. And, the thing is that everyone, when 3D came around, everybody didn't like the fact that they had to wear glasses to watch movies. Oh, I look like such a nerd sitting in front of the TV with glasses and glasses and glasses. So do you think that this is going to be something that people are going to want to do? Are people going to want to put on glasses to play games?
I mean, dude, I don't know. I don't know if you remember that one time back in 2012 or 2013. It was near the end of the PS3 era. Do you remember the whole 3D fad with the Sony interactive 3D like TVs that came out?
Yeah.
You own one. What am I talking about?
Yeah.
That was also a whole era, and everyone was like, "Oh, I don't want to put on these Sony TV glasses and this 3D." But dude, if you were to play the 3D games that were for it, dude, it was pretty nasty. Felt really nice.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that are really, really good if people give it a chance. Same thing with VR. You speak to certain people, they don't like VR. Mm-hmm. Then you speak to the people that actually try it, and they're like, dude, VR is awesome. That is like the future. So it all depends on the people that you talk to about these different things. My thing is I need to see it in action. We tried the Microsoft Smart Glass.
Yeah.
We tried. What was it? It wasn't called Smart Glass. What was it called?
HoloLens.
HoloLens. We tried HoloLens at E3 last year, and I was very, 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 very disappointed. It was the price that it cost for what I got out of it, I would have. It was so bad. Mm-hmm. The colors, I didn't feel immersed. I didn't feel anything. Like the whole time I wanted just to take it off, and the whole experience that we walked through, to me was lackluster. And it was really bad. So that's why I want to see this AR in action. I never got to try Google Glasses. in theory, it all sounds cool as heck and sounds very interesting, but I want to see it in practice. I want to see what it actually looks like in the real world.
Yeah.
Because in theory, everything looks cool, and yeah, you're playing a game and you can see the HUD and it's not taking up screen space. But at the same time, these TVs are getting humongous. Like the little screen HUD is not really bothering.
It's not
me.
bothersome. Yeah. I mean, do I see a need for this? At least my opinion, no, not really.
Yeah.
I don't see myself being someone to wear glasses to have my HUD on me. You know, I already wear glasses. Like normally, I do wear contacts, but that's when I go out. But since we haven't been going out, I've been wearing glasses. But I mean, I wouldn't see myself.
Most people do whatever they can to
visors.
get rid of the glasses.
Exactly.
You know, people have eye surgery. People wear contacts. Everything they can is to get rid of the glasses.
Yeah.
And here we're trying to see how we put more glasses on people.
Mm-hmm.
But if
Which-
Sony is able to make it happen and make it, you know, something interesting, something viable,
And
something,
hopefully not overpriced,
yeah.
where it just no use, you know, for it.
What if the VR headset has the capability to make it into like an augmented reality helmet? It does both. Because then that's the other thing. Or am I going to buy a PlayStation 5, a VR headset, and an AR headset?
An AR headset.
It's like,
yeah.
dude, that's you're asking me to buy a bunch of crap.
Yeah, you're asking me for a lot. You're asking
Yeah.
for a lot.
And are those things worth? Am I going to have what kind of experience I'm going to have with these things? Are they going to be worthwhile?
Retro's asking, my question is, will it affect our eyes? I mean, there's a lot that can affect your eyes. Us just looking at screens affects our eyes in some form or some way. But who knows how much a prolonged session of having like a screen on your eyes for will last. You know,
Yeah.
people always say VR, play it maybe 3 hours max in one sitting. But again, each to their own. There's not much for that.
Yeah.
But if you want to protect your eyeballs,
Yes.
and your eye sockets and your retinas, and if you guys look at blue light, maybe you work at an office or you play video games a lot, you know, you can pick up D2D's new block glasses that they came out with. They have 3 different colors, I believe, and also you can of course get the D2D drink as well on their website. If you guys want to go and buy anything from their store, use code Gamebros, capital G, capital B, so that way you guys get 10% off your next order.
And that's an awesome idea that D2D came across with these glasses that help you with your, you know, blocking the blue light that's harmful for your eyes and stuff.
Mhm.
And they also have this product that helps enhance your eyesight and the focus on them. So it helps you when you're gaming. So you guys should check that out as well.
Absolutely. So make sure you guys go check out destinedtodominate.com.
So yeah, so PlayStation's trying out this VR thing, AR as well. But the part that I'm 100% on board with is them backing indie games, and they had
Yes.
this indie montage that they came out with
Yes.
that showed off a bunch of indie games. We always talk about it. I love indie games. It's kind of like a palate cleanser for me. Once you're always playing Apex, COD, and all these, you know, huge AAA titles, it's always good to kind of cleanse the palate with a nice little indie game.
Mm-hmm.
And they're fun as heck, man.
Yeah, there's some that are so interesting. The thing with indie games that always captivates me is that it's just people. You can really see the ideas that people have in the world. Like, people are just so creative, so they create a bunch of different things. And little games like that let you experience a lot of different types of games at once.
Yeah, without having all the office people tell you, "Oh, we need to microtransaction this, and the story has to be like that, so we can appeal to these people or appeal to that one." And
Yeah.
you just have people creating what they want to create, the ideas they
Exactly.
want to create, the stories they want to create, and the gameplay they want to create.
Mm-hmm.
Some want to do retro style, some want to do new ideas, and that's I think that kind of breathes life into the video game market.
Absolutely. And the reason they also released this montage was also to announce that they opened up a whole new website called If you literally search up on Google PlayStation Indies, it's a whole website that is part of the PlayStation website, but now separated off to just indie games. Has the list of a bunch of the big indie games coming out, some of the release dates, some of their trailers, a little description about what the game's about. So it's very cool. I kind of thought this should have came out maybe a couple years ago when they, grabbed
what I was gonna say.
a bunch of indie developers.
I was gonna say the same exact thing. It is call it coincidence, I guess, that Xbox
Yes.
had the Xbox ID at Xbox last week, and they showed all. We even talked about it on our show last week. They had 5 different videos with 5 different games on it. So between 30 to 35 new indie games. Then all of a sudden, oh wow, PlayStation decides that we love indie games too.
Yes.
And I still think that's what we're gonna keep getting. Xbox showing off something, and then PlayStation's like, oh don't forget about us.
See,
Check
I
out
don't
this.
want that to happen.
But that's the cadence we're in right now.
Like, I don't. Oh crap! I'm jumping like a billion things here. I'm sorry. I was paying attention, but I don't like. It sucks that it's happening, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But I don't want that to happen because I feel like I don't know. I want Sony to go and say, we're gonna be coming out first. We're confident in our craft.
You want them to be ballsy.
We want them to be exactly. You want them to be that way.
But I feel like they're on their heels right now.
Yeah, they are. And if I'm not mistaken, aren't they gonna have an event next week?
Xbox is?
No, PlayStation.
They might.
I read an article about PlayStation price reveal event next week. But again, we've had many price reveal events in the past 3 months, and nothing's happened.
I doubt it.
So,
right now, the next one up is Xbox with their event and their first-party games they're going to show off.
Yeah, I know that one's coming up for sure. Sounds going to be cool.
So at least we can see from Xbox what what they have in store for the Xbox fans. But like I said, it just feels very it's just weird that ID at Xbox came out and then all of a sudden PlayStation has their indie stuff
website
and
fantastic.
all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm glad it's happening. And we always talk about competition makes things better. So we hope that Xbox keeps doing stuff like this because that then makes PlayStation push their strings along and make things happen. Because if they're both stagnant, then we're not gonna have anything basically.
Yes.
So Xbox needs to keep pushing the envelope and making PlayStation kind of follow suit.
Yes. Dude, talking about following suit and things that I don't know. Oh boy, things that I don't think should happen. What did I just do? I just erased it. Okay, things that I don't think should happen. What am I showing off here?
Did you?
Don't worry about what I did.
Okay.
Don't worry about what I did. I did a mistake.
So I'm looking at a bunch of games. Okay. What's going on with these games?
Now, what's going on with these games? So, how much do we pay for a AAA game in this generation?
Okay, it's $60, right?
$60. So what do you think if we?
And I'm glad that now we're having kind of a cascading price range now. We have games that either come out for $60. So we got $40 games. We have very few 30s, and then we have 15. So it's but the AAA big titles are all $60.
Now, what would I say if I put a nice little $10 bill in there? So now it's 70.
So you're saying PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X games.
Yes.
This new upcoming generation is gonna go from $60 to $70.
Apparently so.
Okay.
And what do you think about that?
Okay. Are they still gonna have all that other DLC? Is that gonna be included? Because I remember the argument was that games are expensive to make, and that the $10 extra.
Today is not my day. What did I just do to that? Continue talking.
Okay. So before, the reasoning behind DLC was because video games were expensive to make. They made DLC to kind of make extra money. So they're going to get this extra money now through the $10 more. Is that going to include DLC, or they're going to throw DLC on top of that to make even more money?
See, in the end, we don't know. That's all dependent on the developer and the game it is and all that.
I think they're still going to do the same.
Yeah.
I still think they'll charge us the $70. We'll pay for it. At first, we'll cry about it, and then we'll just get used to it. Just like it happened before. Games were $50. And then when they went to the HD generation, the 360 generation, they went up to $10. and people at first cried about it, and then they just got used to it.
Dang, dude, but $70, man.
We're almost at the $100 mark.
I
We're
know,
almost
man.
at games will cost us $100.
What do you guys think about that? Do you guys see it being an issue for you guys? Do you guys see it?
The funny thing
being
is,
an
I
annoyance?
think my son had a great line. He said, like, the best games are free. Like the Fortnites, the Apexes, the League of Legends,
The war zones.
the War Zones. So, like, it's crazy that.
I mean, yeah.
And if you think about it, man, I've probably spent more money on Apex than I have on, like, FIFA.
How much do you play FIFA compared to Apex though?
I don't know.
Like
yeah.
9-1, you know?
No, but let's say any other game, God of War. I just paid $60 and I played it and that was it. You know, Apex, like I just dropped
Apex is
$100
live
the
service.
last one.
Yeah.
So when
I
he
see what
said
you
that,
mean.
I thought that was, I'm like, yeah, you know, he's kind of right. Like, they are going to charge us $70 for some of these new, AAA
Mm-hmm.
games, but we're still going to get a bunch of free-to-play games too. And I wonder if we're going to keep that traditional tier system, like Squadron's coming out, and it's going to be a $40 game.
Yeah.
But at the same time, are the $40 games going to be like 3
Fif-
maps?
Oh. Yeah,
Or
that's
4
what I was
maps?
saying. That's what I was thinking of. I mean, I understand that the
Like-
games are going to be a higher quality because the console can push way more than before. But then again, are we going to be seeing, just because they're higher quality, I guess, more money?
I just
guess
think
you're gonna pay more.
I'm
I
just
guess that's the-
afraid to get in close to the $100 range.
Dude, you know
'Cause
what
if
it
you
is to-
think
exactly,
about-
you know what it is to
You
pay
think about how
$100
many
for a
games
game?
that you buy a year. Let's say you buy 15 games at $100 a pop. You're spending $1,500 in games a year.
Dude, that's a lot.
The people have
That's a
that kind
lot.
of income that they
And
can
yeah,
keep.
and the amount of AAA games that come out a year, you know, or maybe come out in like a quarter, and
It's just like the game that we got the news from originally was 2K.
yes.
So
it's
2K was the first one that said, put their flag on the they put their flag down and said, boom, $70. Like, no one else has said prices yet. They're the first ones to, like, boom, we're gonna charge $70 for this game. So, like, think of like Maddens and FIFAs where you have like the quote unquote roster updates.
Yeah.
Are they gonna be $70 too?
Dude, it's $70. No, that'll be $140 every year if you are a Madden FIFA fan.
Yeah.
If you're an all sports fan, that's $210.
That's in my case. It's two.
Dude, that's like buying you're basically buying a console every 2 years.
Like I
you
I
know?
buy NHL as well.
Oh, another one there. That's $280. You know, dang, dude, it adds up.
Yeah. Quickly too.
So, I mean,
So
I guess it's something we're gonna have to get used to. We'll see what other games are gonna be coming out saying they're gonna cost 70. Maybe some developers are gonna be like nice and actually say, "Oh, our AAA's are gonna stay at 60," and you guys get that free upgrade or whatever for next gen. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
Well, maybe this will make it more comfortable for you. They're 5.
Oof.
Hopefully it'll be, we don't know, 60, maybe $70. But at least for something we do know, it will get a good bump in power. And they already stated that it's going to run at 120 FPS
On the PS5,
on the PS5.
from when it's been tested.
So you're saying that it won't run on 120?
Well, I'm not saying that, but the developer that tested it, he tested it out on a PS5, and it ran at 120, and he said the DualSense controller was fantastic for the game.
That I still do not understand that. How come you
Understand
do
what?
not get any information like that as far as the Xbox? Like we report some of this stuff because that's what we're reading from the different reports that we
Mm-hmm.
read, and it makes it seem like we're just nothing but Sony fanboys. But
Well,
dude, we follow all the Xbox stuff as well, hoping to get
Yeah.
Xbox news, and
It's
we
'cause
do
I'm
not
guessing
get that.
It's getting tested on a PlayStation, not a Xbox. I
But
don't
why
know.
not test both? I don't understand.
I don't know. I'm not a developer.
It's true what Retro says. So if the
That's what I was about to
standard
say.
is 70, what would the other ones be?
What are the freaking deluxes edition are going to be
120s?
90. For deluxe, digital deluxe would be 90.
And
For
all you
the
get is like
quote
two
unquote
skins and an
ultimate.
avatar.
Yeah, ultimate edition would be 120 ranges. Who knows how much collector's editions are going to cost? now.
$300
300
for
how
like
much,
a book
How much
bag.
did the Ellie?
It was $300 or 200 I think. for a book bag and some. There's like some collector's editions that you're like, I don't know about.
There's
that.
some that are overpriced.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, it's good news to hear that Dirt 5 will be running at 120. That's, I think, something that all games should try to hit.
No, I think next generation all games
should run at
yes.
120.
4K 60
Well,
will be
all
the minimum.
big games should run at 120. If we go to like, I don't know if you ever played those small, like
Yeah, some of the
small
retro
games,
can't
they
run.
should hit 60 at least though.
But the retro games, do they run like that?
They run at 30.
Yeah, because if not, it doesn't. It takes away the look of the retro, because it's too smooth.
Okay.
But
But I'm talking about like other games. Like there's some
every game
platformers
that costs $70 should run at 4K 120. The least would be 60.
the least, and it better be a straight 60. It better not be like a 50,
50,
60, 50. I'm ready to see my Apex at 120. 120 hertz. Oh my gosh.
Do you think there'll be an Apex 2?
No. Live services like that will never ever create a
Fortnite 2 came out.
chapter 2.
Same crap.
No, it's not.
Yes,
Yeah, the same game. It's the same exact game.
Destiny did it.
Just an update.
The Division did
Okay, there were live service. You're talking about live service games right now.
it. What's the difference?
That there's games that are not made to like that are on live services.
What's the
Like
difference?
Rainbow Six is not gonna get a sequel anytime soon. They don't want one. It's a live service game. It's continually getting updated, continually getting content that you can buy, continually
Yeah,
having
but
battle
it
passes,
needs to have a
continually having
graphical
seasons. Oh, of course, but that
update.
doesn't mean a whole game revamp. Even though I think some games do need it, need a whole game.
You'll get a second
Rebuilt.
Apex,
I don't
and
know.
you'll get a second Rainbow Six.
I don't think people want to hear the number 2 in front of video games. You know, people get worried. I don't know why.
What?
It's a stigma. It's a stigma. You know.
Nah.
But talking about stigmas, actually no. I don't even know how much.
Speaking of studios and
Speaking of
them
studios
making
and-
video games,
Yes.
PlayStation wants to acquire more of these studios that make video games. Some of them that we know of, and some of them I've never heard of.
What do you mean you never heard of?
Some of these studios
Oh.
I've never heard of.
Oh yeah. So we have Digital Extremes. People that made Brink.
Brink.
I mean, no,
remember
people
Brink.
that made Warframe. Sorry.
Okay, Warframe.
That's
Dang.
Warframe. Digital Extremes
If
is
Sony
Warframe.
could pick up that company,
And then we have Splash.
because Warframe's a huge game now.
Splash. What was it? Can't remember.
Splash Damage.
Splash Damage is the people that made
Brink.
Brink. But within Splash Damage, we also have the other two which are here, Certain Affinity
Mm-hmm.
and Le Jeu.
Le U.
And these three Splash
So is Le
Damage.
U like a French company?
No. I was about to get there. All three of these are based in Hong Kong, China.
Who named? Which Japanese guy came up with Le U?
Le Jeu, Matelebu. Nah, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. What's up, Glow? Good rainy day. Yo, the storms. I was scared the house was gonna shut down.
I thought
the
the
lightning struck like across the street. Like
I thought
literally.
the studio was gonna go down.
Yeah, I was very worried. But
Does Glow know that we showed off her video last week?
I don't know. Glow, did you happen to see that we highlighted your freaking golden shotgun gears like 4K?
Did you feel bad chopping people's legs off with your shotgun?
Just sawing them. Boom,
Speaking
boom.
of shotguns, before we continue talking about the studios, in Last of Us, the shotgun is freaking nasty. Dude, when
just
you
notice?
it's Gears of War like when you shoot enemies, like you chopping off limbs and arms and legs and just
Dude,
decapitating
you don't
people.
understand how it was. Even in Last of Us 1, when I was playing
I don't remember it like this.
dude, I would blast their arms off. Or the humans, their arm was...
Speaking of that, does Ellie?
Floor.
How can she handle a shotgun like that without
What do you
getting hurt?
mean? What do you mean?
Dog, she's.
You're
tiny.
saying she's not a strong woman?
I'm saying she's
Don't
strong.
say
I'm
that.
just saying she's tiny.
Is she? I think she's pretty...
Like
she's
when
not-
you say strong woman, do you mean physically strong or emotionally
or
strong?
willing. No. I'm talking
Because
about right
I
now.
think she's emotionally
we're
and willing strong than actually physically strong because she's a small girl, man.
Oh yeah,
The part that trips me out
She
is her
is.
girlfriend. Every time she sees a picture of a girl, she's like, she's hot. Like, damn, shorty. Do you want to hit on everything?
But yeah, no, yeah, definitely Glow. You should check it out. Just go to last week. We wait. Was it last week?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it was last week. Nikki, in bad weather here means I lose my power all the time. Oof.
Not
yes.
good. Not good.
Not good. But yeah, so on good
going
news.
back to this, I'm actually glad that Sony is trying to increase their studios. They were shrinking for a little bit. They were getting rid of some. They got rid of Cambridge last time. So I'm looking forward to them.
Well, that was Gorilla, though.
But that was still a Sony studio, though.
But Gorilla shut that down.
But it's still Sony, though. Sony owns Gorilla.
Oh, no. Oh, it's because you made it seem like Sony shut them down.
Well,
They lost.
At the end of the day, they make the choice. So what I wanted to see is more of this. I want to see them acquire more studios so we can get different spectrum of different kinds of games. I think that's something that Xbox did very well last year, picking up a lot of studios.
I remember.
Double Fine's one, and
Double Fine was to me a really good acquirement.
Mojang was a good one.
Mojang was another one. Oof, that was really good.
That was just Prince money. Do people still buy Minecraft though?
Yeah, of course they do.
Okay,
of course they do. And it's funny. But did you see how
small woman could be strong?
Ripped Abby was in Last of Us. Oh yes, no, she was the definition of strong woman. Abby, how strong she was.
Yeah.
Which we'll get into Abby in a little bit, just because we're also going to talk about some other stuff. But let's continue to.
And if they could pick up the Warframe studio, I think that's a huge get.
That would be a good
because
get for them.
Warframe, where it was when Xbox and PlayStation released, and what it is now is like
a big change,
huge difference.
Yes.
As far as that, I know a lot of people that play Warframe. MVP MJ King being one, always talks very highly of Warframe, and he's always trying to recruit people. It's kind of funny.
But yeah, talking about what we were on before AR VR, this is another VR. And, oh boy, what did I just click on? What is this?
Dog, he looks like he's got blind man's glasses.
He's going to be playing with the stick, moving around with the stick. Now, what are we looking at here? We are looking at Facebook VR glasses.
Okay, so the people that know, Facebook does own Oculus.
Yes.
Which is a VR company. So I guess they're trying to make a smaller VR headset. Is that what this is? This is the world's smallest, thinnest VR headset?
They are trying, yes, to make...
Is it VR or AR?
No, this is VR.
Okay,
virtual VR. And according to my sources, right, according to the amazing interwebs, which if I can find the article right now, that'd be awesome. They are going to be using holographic folded optics on this.
What?
Do you know what that means or no? Because that just sounds like a bunch of fancy mumbo jumbo.
It does. Tons of audio reality.
That's not what... what's up, crap rapper? So, yeah, Facebook making VR glasses. They're going to be using holographic... I already forgot the name. I just read it. Holographic folding lenses. Now, the difference is here. So... the reason they're doing this approach is because of the way the light's going to enter your eye. It would make the image feel like you're goggled in, but you're not. These are glasses. Okay. So you know how glasses, you can still see out this.
Yeah.
Like, let me put it here on the camera view. You can still see out the sides of your glasses.
Yeah.
But with this type of lens, because it is going to be closer to your eye, because the glasses are right here.
It's going to kind of cup your eye, basically.
It's going to refract the light differently than the goggle, because the goggle has the lens here and the screen is back here on like VR goggles. There's a spacing in between, but the glasses are right here on your eye, so they had to change the way they're doing it. So now they're calling it holographic foldable lens, whatever.
Yeah, the mumbo jumbo.
Mumbo jumbo. Also, you can have VR in a glasses fashion. That's all the reason for it. Now, question being, not much has been said, just that. And some of the looks here.
I got a couple of questions.
So what are your questions?
Where's the battery? How long does this last?
How long does it last? Where's the battery? Excellent questions. To me, my guess, as I've seen glasses that are powered electrically, their batteries are always in the handles that that rest on your ears.
Okay.
So that's maybe where it might be.
It's just like, to me, it looks like something looks very cool. It looks awesome. But my thing is when you start thinking of, okay, where's the processor? Where is the
how
You
strong.
know, how does this work?
To me, is how strong it's gonna be.
The
and
lenses.
from these concept photos,
So
where's
the
the
lenses
tracking?
are screens.
The lenses are screens, yes.
So the screens, what kind of pixel density are they gonna have? What's the resolution on these things? So you have to have a good processor, a good video
Yes.
card that produce this stuff.
Yeah, they're definitely testing this out. They're just right now. They're saying this might be like a 10-year project in the works, a whole concept. But yeah, go and just try Bose. Is that what you meant by audio reality?
Yeah.
Wait, what the heck is that? Am I late on this?
Well, what they wanted to produce is sound where you could close your eyes and actually basically see what you're hearing.
Ah, okay.
And
I know
then
what you
like
mean now.
picture like, okay, that's rain and it's falling right in
That's-
front
yeah,
of me.
Okay.
Stuff like that, and basically kind of like Atmos.
Yeah,
Style like
giving
that.
making you an atmosphere in your mind just based off audio. I guess.
All I hear is me wasting money.
Can you put prescription? I mean, Glow, it's VR, so you can. I mean, well, actually, at least for me, I know some people have it different, but for my prescription, I can't play VR without contacts or glasses.
But it's
Even
true
though
what
the
she's saying.
screen's right in front of your face.
It's true what she's saying though. Can you make the image a certain way where it also copies what your eyes would see? That way
That's what I was saying.
Clear for you.
Because I can't play without my glasses, even though the screen is right there and I could put my phone and I can see right here. But when it comes to VR, I still can't see it for some reason. I guess it's the way the lenses are that makes it different. So I mean, yeah, that's actually not a bad idea.
The good question is, Glow, if you could put this on and do laser surgery on your eyes, would you do it?
Oh my goodness, why would I want to? Like with the lasers of the holographic
Just
lenses?
put it on and repair your eyes.
I don't know how much I'll trust that. I'll probably be shaking, moving my head around.
Stand still, don't move.
But talking about bzzz and magical powers and things that are bending with your
Levioso.
reality. Leviosa.
I always mess that up.
And Harry Potter. Is this a trailer for a new game? No, this is a trailer for a mobile game that came out 2 years ago. But we have a bit more news of a Harry Potter open world game set to launch in 2021.
I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but
I knew it. I knew you were going to do it.
even
though I'm not a Harry...
What am I saying?
Are people really looking forward to a Harry Potter game?
I ask that question every single time I go to Universal Studios and that place is packed. And you got people running around with stupid capes on and the wands and zapping windows and stuff in freaking Islands of Adventure and Universal Studios. So, okay, yeah, my question is, are there still Potters out there, like Harry Potter fans?
Dude, 1 billion. You don't understand.
Damn, all of China?
One of my best friends is a Harry Potter fan. I'm like, dude,
The story
you still like
sucks.
Harry Potter? I never found it intriguing, personally. I know Nikki's going to kill us, too, in the chat.
Like, let her kill me. Like, I want to understand. I've seen every single movie like 3 times, trying to hope that, I catch the bug. Like, and I even seen the Monsters Within. What was it?
Monsters? You mean Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them?
Yeah, that one, too. I watched both of those, too, hoping that, at some point I'm going to want to run through the wall and go to Harry Potter world.
I mean...
Of course you played the game.
Of course you played the mobile game. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Though, to be honest, I feel like it'll make a great game, though.
Okay.
Like, a good wizard game. I don't think when was the last time we had a good wizard game? I can't even think of a wizard game, in my opinion. Like a good made, big wizard game.
The one we talked about last week. The spell casting one.
What?
The Battle Royale one.
Oh, Spell Break. That's a Battle Royale. And that's not wizards. That just has to do with magic. I'm talking about, like, strict wizard stuff.
What the hell's the difference between magic and wizards?
Because
Isn't that
then
the
you
same
have
thing?
different types of magic benders.
Oh my god.
Magic casters.
Now we got airbenders.
But no. Besides that, we'll probably see more.
Okay, so Black Clover, are they wizards
Black
or are they
They're
magicians?
They're wizards.
Okay.
Magicians are magicians are just like illusionists.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so for you Harry Potter fans, get excited for 2021. You're gonna have a great big open world game. There was a leaked trailer of somebody that stuck a camera in
Is
there.
it a third person
But
or
when
first
I-
person?
Third person.
Third person. Okay.
Third person. From the leaked trailer, which we
Are they
decided
gonna
not to
have a
show.
battle
to be
royale
safe.
too.
Hey, Quidditch.
Just all the
dude.
wizards.
What
all
about
the,
Quidditch League? Rocket League, Quidditch League.
I can't believe that's not a thing, to be honest with you.
I remember that. Was that
But
a
just
PS2?
imagine
That was a
just
PS2 game, right?
all the freaking witches and wizards jumping out with their brooms and I'm gonna drop over here. He's all going around picking
up books for
magic
for,
dust.
for dust or mana, magic books for spells. Don't use bending
And do
magic.
they hold the wand like this and Levioso, Levioso,
Leviosa.
Oh my gosh.
Leviosa.
Sorry, I keep messing that up.
Oh my gosh.
What was the wizard that hold it like that? Oh, Voldemort or Voldemort or what's his name?
I don't know.
The guy with the white
There's
face. That cut his
Voldemort.
nose.
Voldemort. Yes.
Yeah, the one
Even
that cut his nose off.
Yeah, Voldemort.
He held it like this, right? Zap.
Nikki is dying in the chat.
Zap.
Wizard 101. No retro. That was like a flash game. Dude, Mystery House is boring after 2 months of grinding. I speak from experience. So you have played Harry Potter games. I do agree. A really good wizard game or magic game is intriguing. Yeah.
I do, yeah, but with real wizards like Black Clover. But I never saw magic like that in freaking Harry Potter. I never saw Harry Potter say, you know what, I'm gonna make a freaking
It's because you know why?
fire
It's
dragon.
different though, Rich.
All I
Kuko?
saw them is blowing stuff up in the little studio. I never saw like, hey, I'm gonna make an electric snake or like a fire dragon or something like that. I just saw them picking up
It's
crap.
just the type of wizards. Just making stuff.
Okay, they were
float.
still in high school.
They
That's
have
why,
they
right?
have the force.
They were still in high school. That's what it was.
I guess so.
Okay, we'll give them a pass.
Oh yeah, Nikki's screaming at you. It's hilarious. He had the hand down.
Oh, it's like this.
Yes.
Zap. But how do you hold the stick though? I thought it was like this.
I don't know.
I'm gonna go watch the movie. I'll be back.
Let's continue on with some more interesting news that came out this week. Now,
What is this?
what?
why
That's
is
the TU-30 130 power arm. Is it 130?
Why is the power armor helmet on our screen right now?
Because
We're gonna get a new Fallout game.
no. Why do we need a new one? We got 76. It's getting updated constantly. Summer bash. I can't wait.
That's exactly why I wore my shirt, because I know we're gonna talk about this.
Well, Fallout TV series is being created, I believe, for HBO.
What?
I believe it's HBO by the creators of Westworld.
Mm.
And
Westworld
I
is
know how you like Westworld.
I love Westworld. Every time I saw Westworld, I thought of basically, Skyrim, Fallout, decision making.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a great combination. To be honest with you, I think they would knock it out of the ballpark.
Yeah, I can't wait to see this. Just because I think I'll find this more interesting than the game itself. But
How do you know they won't be picking up garbage and making houses with it?
I mean, that's not the only thing.
I
I'll be
am a
seeing for sure.
huge Fallout fan. You and my brother, I don't know, you guys never liked it.
I
love
don't
Fallout.
hate Fallout, but there's just things I dislike that I feel are tedious in the game.
It's because none of the other games did that. That was the first game where you picked up resources from the floor. Before that wasn't a thing. You didn't go around building houses and had that whole aspect of.
I guess I jumped in the wrong game for my first Fallout.
Yeah. What it was, I think, is that they saw like the Fortnite building thing. They're like, oh, let's add that to this game. But in none
Like
of the
survival games where they have that system to build
Yeah.
houses and stuff.
Yeah, that wasn't a part of Fallout 3 or Vegas or anything like that. It was more of, this is the adventure, you go and you do whatever you want, and whatever happens and whatever you do, that's what the outcome's going to be.
Yeah.
And that's what I used to like about it, venturing out and meeting people and having conversations. I used to kind of want to wheel and deal and had like a silver tongue, and I used to try to convince people and barter with people and get things cheaper, or just freaking kill them and take all their crap.
And never see him again.
Never see them again. But so Westworld was kind of like a video game theme park that you went to that had like I don't know if you've seen Westworld.
No, I haven't. Actually.
So basically, think of that you go on a trip with your family to a Western theme park, and they make you go on a mission. You'd say, hey, I want to rob a bank. So they set up a scenario where robots that look like humans to go rob a bank. And you could shoot them and kill them, but they can't kill you. Because the whole experience you're paying for. So that's what Westworld is. But the thing with Westworld, there's a bunch of other stuff. I don't want to get into messing up the story for you if you want to watch it. But that whole aspect of you going to a place and it was like a video game was something that I'm like, damn, what can we make? You're basically making Red Dead Redemption right now. Why can't we put, Skyrim was the first one that I thought of, and that's why I mentioned on the pre-show that a Skyrim TV show would be amazing because it would be kind of like Game of Thrones. My PC just
Your PC died?
yeah, because you gave me the charger, but you didn't make sure it was plugged into the wall.
I plugged it in last week. That's why I thought it was plugged in the wall.
But
wow, fantastic.
But yeah, so I think that would be a great TV show made by a great group of people. If the Westworld people would make it, I think that would be amazing.
Yeah.
And there's also another TV show too that was announced, one that I didn't think of, and it's My Friend Pedro.
Pedro. And I think this is going to be a Hulu exclusive, if I'm not mistaken. But My Friend Pedro is getting a TV series adaptation. I believe it's going to be live action. I mean, if they make it animated, that'll be good. But I think it's live action, and it's made by the creators that made John Wick.
See, when I played this game, I felt like John Wick. When I played John Wick, the game, I felt like a retard.
And it's funny, we never got to talk about that game on the show. But
the John Wick's Hex game, pass. My Friend Pedro is an awesome game.
Yes.
It makes you feel like John Wick and all the stuff.
What a John Wick game should be.
Yeah, Just I wish they would have a skin and just skin them over and put a suit and tie.
That's all they need.
And then you're good to go. You got your John Wick game. But if the same guys that made the movie would make the TV show, that would be cool. The thing is with My Friend Pedro, the story's kind of
you'll have. That's what I was about to say.
To the gameplay, like the gameplay is like what
makes it stand out.
Yeah, like the story, like the whole time I'm like, what the hell's happening?
Yeah,
there's a whole scene
like
where
a Russian guy. It wasn't there like a meat grinder guy as well.
Yeah,
Like
you go. There's one scene that he goes to like this magical place and he's just bouncing around with the banana. Ends up fighting the banana and stuff. So there's drugs involved.
Yes. That and
that.
mental problems. He's schizophrenic or something.
Yeah.
But definitely we're looking forward to that.
But it'll make for a cool TV show.
Interesting TV show for sure.
And again, I don't like, how some people like, I don't want video games to be made into movies and I don't want my video games to be made into shows. There is times where like you can pair the two and make something magical happen. Like the fact that the Westworld guys want to pick up Fallout, I think that's a match made in heaven. And when you tell me the John Wick guys are teaming up to make My Friend Pedro TV show, I think that's also a match made in heaven. Like if you have like My Friend Pedro made by
the people that made, I don't know, How I Met Your Mother or something.
Yeah, it's like I don't know how that's gonna work.
That's definitely not gonna work well.
But these two combos that we just spoke of, I think will produce something
Absolutely.
Good.
And I agree. Talking about combos, not really a combo, but moving forward to the next subject at hand. Ubisoft Forward is going to be their
replacement.
Basically, the replacement to the E3 Ubisoft conference that was supposed to happen last month. But they're going to be holding this next week, so next Sunday, July 12th.
So what are we going to be looking at? We're going to
be 12.
Watch Dogs.
So they showed us a teaser, right? And it was mostly Watch Dogs Legion, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and the new Battle Royale game.
New Battle Royale game,
which was Hyperscape, which we're gonna talk about in a few. But basically,
no freaking Beyond Good and Evil 2.
I mean, in the 30-second teaser trailer, that's all they showed for the event. But they said they're gonna talk about the future of what they're planning and games we have lined up for the summer and for the rest of the year.
Okay.
So who knows? We'll see.
And this is happening when?
Next Sunday, July 12th at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific.
Okay.
Wait, what's PDT? Wait, that's not Pacific.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Is PDT Pacific time?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I hope it's Pacific time because then it would, yeah. So 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific.
6 p.m.
What do you mean 6?
For us. No, it'd be at 7
That's what I'm asking you. What's PDT?
Pacific time.
No, I'm talking about Pacific, like California. We're 3 hours ahead.
Okay, so that's why. If it's 3 for them, it'll be 6 for us.
No, it's 12 for them, 3 for us.
You're
I'm
confusing
telling
the
you,
crap out
3
of me.
p.m. Eastern,
Oh,
12
okay.
p.m. Pacific.
Okay, I thought. Okay, you confused me. Maybe the people that are watching are not confused, but I understand now. So it's 12 p.m. Pacific time, which would be 3 p.m. for us.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
That's how it works.
Yes, that's how it works. Okay, continuing on. So they're going to be showing off stuff there. So we got to look forward to that. More Ubisoft things. I know we showed this last week. Wait, no, wrong thing. I keep clicking.
Where the
Damn
heck are
crap.
you, dude?
Sorry.
You're
Oh my
lost
God.
today. You are totally messing up.
Okay. We are here. Where's the thing? So we are talking about Rainbow Six Leaks again.
So we're still on the Ubisoft bandwagon.
We're still here on the Ubisoft talk.
Okay.
Hear me out, okay? Imagine the Lord of the Rings creators make a God of War movie. That crap rapper said that.
I like that. See, I like where his head's at.
And Bravo, why you gotta make me hungry saying you Wingstop, dude? Every time you mention Wingstop, either on Discord or anywhere, you make me real hungry because Wingstop is fantastic. Dude, I want that lemon lime pepper, like, is it lemon lime pepper? I think it's called. Then they have the barbecue. Let me not get started on barbecue, or even just buffaloes, straight fire. But enough talking about food.
You know, easy. He could send some this way. They DoorDash, right? We ain't gonna turn them away.
Lemon pepper, yes. Whoa. Somebody Prodigy.
They just butchered your name.
No. That's his name. Prodigy. Prodigy, yeah. You're Prodigy with extra steps. But continuing with Rainbow Six leaks. So interesting leaks. Changes to all the maps in the game. Kuko, can you make a guess?
What do you mean all maps of the game changes?
Yes. Guess what?
I can't guess. That is actually. What do you mean? How are they gonna? More destruction.
All outside hatches are reinforced. All roof hatches are reinforced. I mean.
So why even have them?
What do you mean? You see that on screen right there? That's why.
So that way they force you to have him to be able to have hatches.
What do you mean have him? That's the secondary gadget, the thermite, the mini thermite for everyone.
Oh.
That's why it's going to be a secondary gadget for numerous attackers.
Gotcha.
You know? So now it's an extra step to get down into the... Because usually roof hatches were just wrecked all the time. Like there was no need to worry about them. You just blow them up.
Well, not everybody could go through them. Only people that had...
breaching charges.
Breaching charges.
Almost everybody can destroy a hatch. If you have a shotgun, if you have a sniper, if you have a grenade, if you have a thermite, if you have breaching charge, if you have a sledge.
Arms to punch it.
The bionic arm from Aruni. So yeah, so we got leaked that's going to be a change for next season.
How many of those mini breaching craps are they're going to take?
I
Just
think it's
one?
2. Oh, for the hatch, I think it will be 1.
No. I understand that, but each operator is going to carry 2 of these or just 1 of these?
I think 2.
Okay.
I
Because it would
believe
suck
2.
if it's just 1 because you're using it up just for that one.
Yeah,
hatch.
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. So there was that. There was also a Hibana buff.
About damn time.
Hibana
Is she
buff.
finally going to be able to cut it evenly?
No, it's not the buff you're thinking of.
Oh my god.
The buff is she can.
She's not been able to do that since she first came out. Like I don't understand how.
Well, I don't know why you have such a problem with that. I never mess up my Hibanas.
Dude,
I think it's you. I think it's a you problem. Kuko.
no, it's not a me problem. It's a Rainbow Six problem. Like the
What
fact
do you
that,
mean, dude? Maverick is able to cut out the entire garage door.
Yeah, but he uses all his freaking canisters to make that happen. I'm just saying, like when you do the Habana thing, it should just cut it clean. Like you should. Sometimes it leaves you that little strip.
I mean, I don't know. I haven't experienced it that much because I try to pair them up as close as possible. But the buff is she can change the amount of pellets she shoots.
What? So the longer you hold it, more pellets, the less time you hold it?
I don't know. It might be a switch where you go from 2. It's 2, 4, and 6. So she
can make
shoots 6.
different size
She
holes
shoots
now?
6, but now she can choose if to shoot only 2, to shoot 4, to shoot 6.
My question is, when you shoot 2, does that count as one shot?
It's in reserves apparently. Like the total that you can amount to. If you shoot 2 and in total you have, how many do you have? 3 sets?
Mm-hmm.
Then
3 times 6.
oh yeah, because it's 6, so that's 18.
Okay.
Take
so-
off 2, now you have 16.
Okay. So
You
is that how it's gonna work?
Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
I think it's just to add a bit more variety to how to make holes.
I like that.
So-
That's one of the main reasons I like Maverick.
Because you can make different types.
Yeah,
sizes.
small hole, big hole.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not be heard hole. It's the
Mhm.
best kind where you just sneak up behind them, make a little hole, and shoot them in. Dude, you don't know how many times I get a kill like that. I just make a little hole, and you see the guy just crouched there, and you're like, dead.
Dead, gone. Oh my gosh.
And 100 out of 100, when they see their kill cam, they're like, this freaking Maverick would have beat. I hate him. I hate him.
Absolutely.
There's nobody that says like, okay, I get it. Now everybody must get pissed.
Oh,
Everybody must get
absolutely.
angry and say, I hate Maverick.
The other buff, which was very surprising, is a buff to Nook. Now, in your mind, when you think of a buff for Nook, what runs through your mind? What do you think that it can be?
I think she needs a better weapon. Like,
Okay.
um,
I think let's go gadget side. What do you think her gadget?
her gadget sucks. She has a gadget? I didn't know she had a gadget.
Okay,
Like,
so
do you
so
count her as a gadget? Like, what's this guy's name? I always forget. Visuals? Does Visual have a gadget?
Yeah, of course, visual gadget.
There's a blocking
Or he has
gadget?
an ability. Whatever.
Um,
But you have any no guesses?
no,
Any
no,
guesses?
no.
Well, now she is immune to Malusi's gadget
What?
if she has it on, and she's immune to Capcan traps.
Get out of here. I don't like this. Don't like it.
I knew you weren't gonna like it. She can run through Capcan traps lasers without being detected if she has it on.
That's bullcrap. Why would that be a thing? That's not a thing. I think it should blow up, but she runs too fast and she gets less damage. But it's a physical object passing through a laser.
I don't know. These are leaks, so who knows?
Well, Ubisoft, you do that, I'm not gonna play your game no more. I'm gonna pull a freaking midfield maestro. I'm gonna race the game.
Erase the game from my console.
Dude, just think about it. You got a physical object that, okay, she might be running faster, but, you know, it goes through the laser. Should maybe instead of going 50 damage, she gets 25?
Yeah, I mean,
I'll take that over the fact that she
why
just
I was
runs in and no
That's why I was a
problem.
bit confused. I'm like, isn't Capcan's trap more of a physical detection rather than like a network or digital detection?
Yeah, it's a laser that gets broken. It's a light that has a sensor, and once the laser
Yeah.
light gets hit by
Like
something,
like
it goes
the sound alarms. I would rather her block that off because that's a digital thing that digitally detects your presence.
Yeah, because my thing is I thought her thing was basically like a digital disturbance, and it disturbed the image. That's why I couldn't see her.
Yeah.
Basically, she has like a mini mute on her.
Yeah.
That's how I
literally visual.
pictured it.
Yeah, it's visual on an attacker.
And same thing, visual. I pictured the same thing. It's just him with like a mute that mutes the image and
Yeah.
blocks him out.
Yeah.
But the fact that she's physical, like I get the fact that the girl, the hologram chick, what's her name?
Alibi?
Not Alibi, the other one.
Oh, Ayana?
Ayana. I'll give you that Ayana goes through the Capcan and doesn't get detected or blow it up. That because it's a hologram. It's not physical. So the laser does nothing to it.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. But when you tell me somebody runs past it and it doesn't blow up, I don't
Yeah.
like that.
Nikki said, I agree with Kuko. Less damage makes more sense than no damage at all.
Yeah,
Me
just
with
saying
that
like
buff.
she's fast. And she's so fast that she
Thanks, I
ran
hate
by. But
It makes sense. Your ability is basically immune to technology. Ah, yeah.
now
Absolutely.
is that her thing mutes that could be an explanation. Maybe her thing mutes the tech inside the Capcan and stops it from going off.
Yeah. I mean, again, we'll have to wait.
But my thing is that like that's not something that if you really want to get technical, the laser is not sending a network signal out that's getting
Yeah.
blocked.
Exactly.
Like the cameras are sending a.
It's not like it's a
network signal.
Bluetooth explosive device or anything like
Yeah.
that, you know. Yeah, I get you. One other
Did,
interesting.
did we get
thing-
more leaks of freaking Sam Fisher or no?
So the way he works, okay. So the funny thing is that these leaks are starting to sound like the leaks we got for Odin, and the other girl from before. You remember the spider drone that drilled
Yes.
through walls and had a
we
camera?
yes that we needed.
Well,
100 times over the freaking speakers. That the whole time you're playing.
What do you mean, Ace? Ace is the attacker.
No, but I remember Lucy with the sweet old.
But I think the leaks from Odin and those people were actually Sam
This thing?
Fisher and Aruni, because it mentions a camera that can drill through reinforcements. Sam
Okay.
Fisher's his camera can drill through reinforcements or any breakable wall
I think that's
and
brilliant.
peep out the other side, and he can destroy gadgets with his shooting thing.
Oh, my
He can
goodness.
shoot them out and shoot people.
Imagine him taking out bandits.
Yeah. Well, they get if he drills through the electrified wall, it gets destroyed. But he has 4 of these.
But he could put him on the
He
top.
Could, he
and
could
then-
drill from the roof down. If they're on surfaces that aren't destructible, the camera would just look the other, like the way that you're facing it, I guess. It doesn't drill through. It just looks the opposite way. You get what I'm saying?
on non-reinforcement.
On walls that are like stone walls of the house.
Oh, okay, okay,
He's
gotcha,
still
gotcha,
allowed
gotcha.
to attach it anywhere he wants. But if it's not breakable,
destructible, facing towards
him.
the wall, opposite the wall.
Yeah.
But if it's destructible or metal reinforced,
it
it'll go
goes
through.
through.
Awesome.
So that's his thing, right?
Yeah.
With the introduction of all this as well,
When is the next event where they announce all this stuff? Because it feels like it's a ways away. Are we like 3 months away?
It is a ways away. September probably. Near the end of September.
This is like the earliest we've had leaks.
Yes, and physical minds of maps and everything. It's crazy. But we see also, if you guys see during like all these the video that we're showing, they're adding 3 types of sights to every operator in the game. So they're adding a 1 times, a 1.25, a 1.50, and some people are getting 2 types of ACOGs.
Okay. Keep all your freaking opticals and give me guns.
More guns for what do you mean?
Like
For
I'd
new
rather-
operators?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess the only one that's getting one is right now Sam Fisher, and right now Aruni has one that is already in the game.
That's what I'm saying. Like keep all your sights and give me new guns.
Yeah.
I know that's what Hitman would say right now. My thing is, well, none of these are real licensed weapons anyway. They kind of are real weapons, and
They changed the name of
Changed
some
the
of
name
them.
and-
Some of them.
exactly so.
Nikki says, quarantine's still coming out this year, or are we living it?
No, we're living it. The game ain't coming out anytime soon.
It is. I mean, they leaked out operators. Did you remember the operator list they
Of
leaked
course,
out?
I'm the one that sends you all this crap.
I saw it before, but okay.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it on our boy Zero Bytes on his Reddit. But they have a whole operator list. It's only going to have 20 operators that they selected. So kind of like the one, like just the same amount that came out when Rainbow Six came out. But
They're copy and pasting them over. Is
yeah,
that what they're
it was just coding and stuff, but I didn't want to talk about that. It's not too much. I want to talk about it when we actually see something, kind
Yeah.
of like here. And also here, the thing with Aruni, so the laser gate, it actually damages you.
doing?
That's what it's meant for.
What? Light damage, all right?
40 damage.
Wait, pucha. Bye-bye, Capcan.
And if you walk, it deactivates for a little bit, comes back on. If you hit it again, it breaks, like it deactivates completely. So it's 2 uses per one. She can reinforce hatches, doorways, and reinforcement walls with it.
Reinforcement walls. Why would you want to do that?
Let's say they open up a reinforcement, she can shoot it at the reinforce that's open, and
like
they
create
have
a
to
wall
walk
there
through.
again? How
So-
many of these is she carrying?
4.
What?
But each one covers a.
That's it. I'm sorry, Capcan. Imagine 4 of these, and then you could just shoot them. You don't have to physically go there with your freaking Milwaukee and
Milwaukee drill.
you could just throw it out whatever you want.
Oh, dude, that was hilarious.
It's done. He's done. Sorry, Nikki. He's my guy too, but
He's my guy too. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be real interesting. It's gonna be real interesting.
Yeah.
Because, dude, even reinforcing hatches. Imagine trying to. They open it and you could block them off. Oh, if you're gonna jump down, you're gonna get hurt, buddy. But
Yeah.
you're screwed.
and
So-
40 damage is a lot. That means
So-
like 2 more gunshots and he's dead.
Yes, absolutely. So those are some of the leaks.
And I guess there's a cooldown before it goes up again. Like it's not like he's gonna kill one guy and then.
oh yeah, no, that's what I was saying. Yeah, it stops, and I think it goes zzz, and then it activates again.
Mm.
But yeah,
But it also, can they shoot it out?
I believe so.
Because
but it
usually
has
there's
to
a
be on
counter.
the other side, you know. Like, I mean, on a hatch, that's gonna be kind of difficult. You gotta be on the bottom floor to shoot it out.
But that's what I'm saying. So they can though.
I believe they will.
Because even if one guy takes
because
damage,
dude, that'll
he'll
be
shoot it
that'll
out.
be pretty strong.
Because if you're seeing the laser grid,
Oh, that's the thing. I didn't. Crap. I remember seeing a video about it. and I couldn't remember now.
because it's not like are they gonna do the Capcan thing where it
'Cause
shows
actu-
it and then it disappears?
I think the
Because it's
laser.
gonna wreck
I think the laser grid is for defenders only.
to see.
Yes.
Oh my goodness! For sure, we got. For sure, Capcan's done.
For sure, Capcan's done. So I guess it's time to Capcan their studio.
Don't say that too. Don't say that here.
Don't say that too loud.
Yeah, you're gonna need some evidence.
So yeah, that
And she's got the bionic arm too. Pfft. Winter Soldier like me.
and it's the right. It's funny. It's
It's
the
the
left
left
arm.
arm
It's the
too.
left arm. Oh my gosh. So yeah, it's gonna be very interesting. Those are some of the leaks that came out. They also showed off Tachanka's elite. He's shirtless.
He's finally got an elite. They should have him. I'm sorry. I would have had him shirtless with the king cape on and a crown.
That's a good one. But he's shirtless. He's buff, ripped. Has like those Russian like. They're not suspenders. They're the pants that have the straps. That
Yeah, like the soldiers use, and they just take it off and just leave it hanging.
Yeah.
Dude, perfect. And just put the king's freaking
Cape on it.
cape on it and just a crown, and it's called Lord Chachanka, and just go with it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen it. Quito showed it to me in what is the Ezio map called?
Ezio. What? You mean Villa?
Is that the Assassin's Creed map?
There is no Assassin's Creed map.
Because there is.
Villa?
The Italian one, is that it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the Assassin's Creed one.
Oh, I didn't know that was an Assassin's.
I'll show you their logos. They're everywhere in that place. But there is a place downstairs on the first floor. There's a water fountain outside that has the freaking Assassin's Creed logo, dude.
Oh, the one in the spawn, in the main spawn in the front of the
Yeah.
house.
It is
that's
Ezio's house, but whatever. So, and one of the downstairs there's a workbench and it has a square brick, and you break it, and when you break it, it's Lord Chachanka's sculpture. Dude, it's all ripped. I didn't know that, and Quito showed it to me last week, and I thought that was. I think that's amazing. I think more games should do
That was
stuff like
hilarious.
So I think that's how Lord Chachanka's.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, if they do it like that, it would be the top selling one. Everybody would buy it just to be able to run around shirtless, freaking king.
and your thermite grenade launcher just doom doom Mother Russia.
Come get
No.
this.
Oh, that'd be so funny. Oh my goodness. But talking about almost memorials, basically, good segue right there. Memorials. We're sorry to hear.
Retro wants to know if we're gonna stream later tonight. Right, we
Sure,
we will.
We will. We will. We usually have something tonight, or if not tomorrow for sure. But tonight we'll do something. But last week, on Sunday, we were sorry to hear that fellow content creator, Mr. Icy Cat, I think 75 or 25. I don't know his username. I know it's Icy Cat. Everybody knows him by Icy
Yeah,
Cat.
Icy Cat.
He, committed suicide. So we're sorry to hear that. Condolences to his loved ones as well, as
That's
well as
crazy.
to everyone that used to watch him. He was one of the first big R6 YouTubers. Even when the game launched, he was creating content. He was giving us tip videos, upcoming content videos.
And that goes to show you, when it comes to mental health, you have no idea. Because when you watch
Yeah.
his videos, he's so uplifting, and he's like, "Hey guys, Icy Cat here," you know.
Icy Cat here with your latest news. Yeah.
And you would think that everything is nice and dandy, but then you come to find out that he's not.
Yeah.
And the reason I found out about this, they actually wanted to make an Icy Cat emblem
Mm-hmm.
to a charm, basically.
Yeah.
And I thought that was awesome. And I'm like, if they do, I would actually buy it and use it. I don't use any charms, but I would use his because we used to use his content on our show all the time.
Yes.
And we're big Icy Cat fans.
Yeah, and here's a skin that someone put up as well. Someone edited and made it, and they tweeted at Ubisoft, like, dude, you should make this a universal weapon skin for all the guns. It's a nice looking skin too, and Icy Cat's logo is pretty nice. I love the cat and ice and stuff like that.
With
So
the black ice too.
oh, that'll be a nice Black Ice 2 skin. But yeah, I mean, we hope to see, a little memorial for Icy Cat because he was a great.
You know what else I found
content
out that
creator
you don't know
for
about?
too.
But there's an old radio show that I used to listen to called Neil Rogers, and he passed away a couple years ago. But his producer was George Rodriguez. He's the one that set up my studio, and he passed away this weekend.
What?
Yeah, I found out from Lord Infamous that he passed away on Friday.
Wow.
And it was crazy because he was one of the first guys that was like, hey, Kuko, I would like for you to do a talk show for us and this and that. And he actually wanted to help us out. And he's the one that set up our mics, our audio, all that stuff. The fact that people could call in and all that. He came to my house and set it all up. And we're talking about this guy was a producer of a multi-million-dollar radio show.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he passed away. Somebody else passed, right?
Yeah, we also had a fellow World of Warcraft streamer called Wreckful as well. He passed on, I believe it was Wednesday. I believe he passed away as well for the same reason. Meant, something was going on, I guess.
But what was he known for? Just streaming?
He was a World of Warcraft streamer,
Okay.
a big one actually, and he's been streaming for a long time. And sad to hear that he actually was going to propose to his fiance the day after he committed suicide.
That's crazy.
So yeah, and it's crazy. It sucks though. There's
2020, dude, keeps kicking our butt.
It's sad though because I feel like a lot of the reasons are people in the community. One thing Bravo mentioned on our Discord was that people were making fun of him because of him proposing to his fiance.
What?
Because his relationship with her was still kind of on and off, but he himself felt, she's the one for me. We can make this. We'll work it out or whatever.
Okay.
And people made fun of him for that because why would you know that?
Well,
Simping
is
and
it
all
that
crap.
she did something to him, like cheated on him, and you still want to marry, something like that?
It wasn't his fiance, but it was his true. Well, it was gonna be his fiance if he proposed, but you know what I mean. No, she was a good girl.
Oh, okay.
So it sucks. We see this with Retro.
But that goes back to mental health things. Some people are
Yeah.
mentally strong that could brush. Like even us, we're not even that popular, and we have haters.
Mm-hmm.
And haters gonna hate, and haters gonna ain't. But we are strong head. We feel like we have
Mm-hmm.
strong heads on our shoulders, but there's some people that can't deal with certain things, and it's hard for them.
Yeah.
So,
Like,
just like when Robin Williams took his life, I would have never thought of, like, if someone had told me, of all the people, Robin Williams would be the first one not to cross my mind because he was always energetic.
Mhm.
He was, but, everybody has their stuff. I just feel bad that, we had all these people go because of something like that.
and dude, it gets a lot deeper. But also, what I want to mention, when Retro mentioned Abby earlier, I don't know if you saw, but the voice actress for Abby ended up tweeting out DMs she got in her Instagram of people threatening to kill her
Because of what someone else wrote for her to say.
and to do in the game.
Oh, my goodness.
They threatened to kill her. They threatened to kill her children, her family. They said their family, and they hope their family dies and stuff like.
And
it was
that would
really bad.
make her want to make a game. Like she, if that were me, I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm gonna do something else. I'm not gonna mess with these nerds anymore. Like, how does someone think that that's gonna help in any other way? How's that gonna help by DMing somebody all those things?
But to me, it's
Are
like,
they gonna say, "Oh, I'm sorry. Let me get all the games back. We're gonna rewrite this story." Dude, it's just a story. It's just a game.
it's
dude.
just a game. We understand you guys love the character that happened. Like whatever happened in the game.
Yeah.
But there's no need to threaten a real person's life and their children's lives. Like you don't.
And
go
like I
doing
said,
that.
if somebody like she had no input in that.
And not only that,
like you're the voice actor. Here, read this, and that's it.
Yeah.
She didn't write it. She didn't say, I want the story to go this. Neil Druckmann was the guy that, and he doesn't deserve it either. You know, I don't want you guys to go send him hate messages. It's just a story, dude. There's just like, there's certain movies, I don't like how the movie went. I'm not going to be, I hate Ghostbusters now. I'm going to go threaten all the chicks on Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Or I don't like the ending of Game of Thrones. Let me go,
Yeah.
We got the same thing when Mass Effect 3 came out. Remember when Mass Effect 3, all these freaking nerds with their panties in a bunch?
Yeah.
It's incredible.
It's just, that's why everyone who is here listening, we got to be the good people. I mean, at least it's good that the voice actress, everybody reached out to Abby's voice actress and was like, who cares what they say? You did a fantastic, she did a great job though. Like as a voice actress, the character, she played it perfectly. And stuff like that is like when Nikki was telling me, people, and she says it right now, people get very brave behind a keyboard and a username. People won't be saying stuff like that if it was face to face. It's a different story.
Same thing happens on COD. You have all these guys that in COD say all these beautiful things to you, but when you say catch me outside,
they
stay inside.
They don't want none of it. But yeah. So yeah, hopefully we'll see some Icy Cat stuff. We'll show it off whenever it does come out in Rainbow Six. We'll be rocking it on the streams and stuff like that.
Hell yeah.
So now we're going to move on to a section of the show that we like to call Plays of the Week. We're going to start off with Play of the Week. Oh, no, Wreckers Play of the Week. Don't tell me it doesn't want to work. I was having issues with this thing. Like, two. Can it work now? Maybe. Let me see. I was having problems with this thing.
Why?
It was freezing earlier. Like, it froze Retro's clip as well. This don't look professional. I don't know. Wirecast. Thank you. Does it work?
Any other trailers work?
It was the Play of the Week. Play of the Week's clips that weren't working for me.
And you use the same...
Yeah, I use the same process to do everything. What if I do this?
Why'd you click that? No, you're supposed to click the bottom one, Proj.
What do you mean the bottom one?
That one.
This one?
Yeah.
Don't tell me that's what it was. No, look, it's still not working. It's still not working.
Yeah.
Give us a second, because we really want to do it. Did you guys get my clip wrapper? Remember, you guys have to send your clips to Gamebros clip@gmail.com. Dude, what do you mean?
Oh.
Wait, I thought it was the top one. See what happens when we're in a rush? That's what happens when we're in a rush. But remember, Crop Rapper, you have to submit your clip to GameBrosClip@gmail.com.
That was a fat man. Yeah, his email.
I'm looking at the email and we did not receive anything. If you want, check your outbox and maybe we'll have it for next week. So, Wrecker, I'll have the clip restart, but basically, but he's not. Will we go through it again?
So before we start, every week we select 3 plays of the week. Basically, we want our fans to get some exposure. So, all you have to do is go to your account and email us the link or the video to GameBrosClips@gmail.com. And then
That was a fat
Roger will
man.
look through them and pick the best
Yeah, his
3.
email.
And we do it. So basically, number 1 is by our boy Wrecker, right?
Yes. And the way it starts off is pretty funny because he's behind the jackal and he goes and knifes the jackal. And then after that, he just proceeds to murk everyone and inject him. take care of the game.
Just like that.
Just
that
nice and
easy.
simple. It's nice. So from Records Clip, we go on to Retros.
Another squad is incoming. Spotted. Double timing it. More painless knocking at the door. Hostile right here.
There we go. There we go. So retro. This, let's say, give timestamp. This was retro.
Dude, don't fall
I'm
down
not
on me.
hopping over anything. Why did it switch?
My pass.
What just happened? What does it say there?
I don't know. I can't read that far.
I can be. Wait, we're up? Why'd you start with my face? I don't like this. It's abuse. No, I'm kidding. No abuse here. Don't take those words lightly. Okay. Wait, let me get this. We are live. We are live. We're back.
And I continue off the same
Continue off
YouTube too.
the same clips. So we're gonna go back to retro.
The problem was that Prodigy got so excited and just started clicking so much crap that the program just took a
The
crap.
Wirecast decided to. We're gonna stop here. But so going back.
Nobody could keep us down. Nobody.
All right, so continuing off, we're going to go to Retro's clip of the week. Here's him in Apex. This is a ranked match. He was playing with Lord Infamous and DJ Fuego.
Ranked?
Yes. And here he dropped the pain, as Bangalore likes to say. He dropped his ult, starts healing.
I'm going to be
back.
honest with you. I've never had any success with her. And he had multiple
He
success.
downed two people right here. Broke all their shields, down both of them. Swipes around to the right. Sees this one guy, keeps going to the right. Boom. Hits this guy up, lights him up. Whips out that wingman, hits the shots. Lord Infamous helps in downing him / taking kill.
I like how he has subtitles so you can actually read what they're saying.
Oh, you don't have subtitles on?
No, why would I? I don't care about the banter.
I always have the subtitles on.
Okay.
Retro and I always have them on because we always have... we always find secret voice lines that happen
Okay,
in the
gotcha.
game. But yeah, so there he is. He whips around, jumps on top.
I like it how
fires the
everybody
crab.
became a 301 main. When I've been shouting out of the top of my lungs that was the best gun in the game. And at the beginning, no one agreed with me. And now everybody agrees with me.
Dude, 301 is... I always thought it was a great weapon.
You're such a liar.
I-
It used to be a freaking... I think your original weapon was a scout.
It's always the hemlock. I don't know why you think of the scout. I hated the scout in the beginning. And then when they buffed it, I
know
liked
Lord
it.
Infamous was a scout main at first, too.
Yeah. I'm more of a hemlock for sure.
I know
Never,
hemlock
always,
for sure.
always hemlock. But I always like to switch the one after the hemlock. There's just always different things, you know?
And
So
you go
yeah.
single fire with the hemlock, right?
No. Well, it depends. Sometimes I do. I'm trying to
Okay.
practice and get better. And then we're going to go on to Bravo's clip, which he likes to call read. Because they read each other. It's not him scoring the goal. This is Rocket League clip.
Another Rocket League, man? We're getting a lot of Rocket League.
Dude,
But
don't
Bravo
fall down on
hits
me.
that, goes in the air, pinches it.
My pass.
Retro
The roof?
passes it up in
What a
the air.
read!
to his
What a
teammate.
read!
This is Bravo and Retro. Is this
And
the first time ever we have...
Hey.
Respect,
That's a play of the week right
which
there.
you don't know who Respect is, but that's one of Bravo's
You won't
mates.
clip it.
Okay.
I will.
But is this the first
It's a
time we
Game
have a
Bros?
double winner? A top 3? We got Retro
Dude,
twice.
don't fall down on me.
Maybe.
Yeah.
He was included.
My pass.
Was it
The
him?
roof?
What a
Look.
read! What a read!
He was included in the clip. I get what you mean. But yeah.
Oh, Respect scored.
Played.
Yes, Respect.
That's a
scored.
play of the
He
week right
likes to
there.
call this. It was a team play. It was
You
a
won't clip
team,
it.
Look at these. Oh, look
Will.
You
at
saw the
that.
passes like that? You saw the beautiful
And it's a
passes?
Game Bros?
Very nice. I like that. And you know,
But dude,
only if you
Don't fall
played
down on me.
Rocket League can you appreciate
My
that.
pass.
dude.
Because to make that happen,
What a read! What a read!
Dude, yeah, it was just perfect. Like, perfect. Bravo passes it.
Play, dude.
Retro
That's
goes
the
up
play of
in
the
the
week right
air,
there.
hits it, passes it to Respect.
won't
Respect
clip
there
it.
for the center. Just
I will.
it was good. It was
Is
a
it
nice
Gamebros?
execution.
That's awesome.
That's
That's
good.
I wish I
See
wish
that?
I could play
Gonna
that.
fall down on me.
Me too.
Eh?
But those are the clips of the week.
pass.
Remember, guys, if you do want to
The
submit
roof?
them, use
Whatever.
GameBrosClip@gmail.com and submit them there. So moving on from the plays of the week, we have. Oh my goodness, here we go again. We have a battle royale little section that we sometimes introduce, and now we're talking about a battle royale that really no one was expecting.
No,
It was almost just like an Apex launch out of left field.
Whoa, is it launched yet?
Yes. Well,
PC launch.
PC launch because through drops on Twitch.
I don't like that.
That's the whole reason. Like, okay, so this game is a battle royale game. Let's start with the basis. Battle royale game made by Ubisoft, right? New game, new idea, not based off any Ubisoft games from before. Just a
Not
whole
a
new
new
game.
idea, but okay.
I mean, new idea for Ubi. Ubi
Okay.
hasn't made a battle royale. But the one thing that's pretty interesting about this game is the interaction it has with streamers.
okay.
So, hence the reason why it launched on Twitch. Like, you have to get it through Twitch shops for now, until it comes out officially for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is that during the game, there would be events that any streamers in the map or anyone that's streaming or anyone on Twitch that's on the map in that same match, these events
Are triggered by their followers or
are
something?
are gonna be voted on by followers. Either a low gravity mode, a speed mode, loot comes from the sky, healing comes from the sky, or whatever. It'll be a random event, and all the streamers, the viewers, get accumulated, and their votes get spread out and accumulated to whatever they all vote on. So during the match, the viewers are able to vote on what event is gonna happen in the match.
Okay.
So that is a bit. They want more interaction with this game, like with streaming and stuff like that, and viewers. Because they mentioned it. One of their overview things. They mentioned how, so
this is more towards like an Apex, basically, because I see that
it's only 3. So it's
Okay.
trios. Yes, it's trios.
and also see that they all have abilities.
The way it works is that you pick up these abilities
Oh, okay.
as items, whether it be a healing ring, a slam on the ground, the build a wall.
Okay, so so they're not unique to each character.
No.
Okay.
The way this works is the same system. You pick up loot. It would either be the way you upgrade guns is different though. Let's say you pick up, a shotgun.
Yeah.
If you pick up that same shotgun, they merge into one shotgun
So you're like a
and
level
they
2
upgrade
shotgun,
it. Now it's a
basically.
level 2. It'll either have a bigger mag size, a bit more damage, whatever. The
a
same
little easier to manage.
Yeah, the same thing is with the. Oh my gosh, with the power ups. The power ups, if you pick them up, either the power up is stronger or the cooldown is less, so you can
Okay.
use it a bit more. I don't think there's heals in the game. You automatically
I saw
heal.
them turn into a ball.
You automatically. What do you mean? That's the pod you land in.
Yeah, but I also saw him turn into a ball and run around.
So the gem. Okay, so when you die, this is pretty kind of interesting, very different. So when you die, you don't automatically go into like spectator camera. You know how usually, like, you go into the spectator mode.
Mm-hmm.
The way it works is that you turn into a ghost that only you can see if it's your teammate, right?
Yeah.
And you could spectate by running around. You can still ping. You can still do callouts or whatever, and you run
Yeah.
around as a ghost.
Yeah.
And if you see where they die, they drop a pad. I don't know if you noticed.
Yeah.
There's like a pad that they drop when they die. If the ghost goes on that triangle diamond pad, you can respawn them there.
Gotcha.
So wherever that person died, like wherever an enemy dies, they drop a triangle, and your teammate can respawn on that triangle. So that's how that works.
Yeah.
You can win by doing 2 things: kill everybody on the map,
Yeah.
or you hold a crown for, I think, 45 seconds, but you're actively scanned the entire time.
Okay, so you become like.
Like King of the Hill or Kill
Yeah.
Leader, if you want to say. Like,
Gotcha.
it's being constantly pinged.
Yeah.
The way the ring closes is there is no ring. There's sectors of the map that get disintegrated. All the like coding of the everything starts breaking apart. The buildings, you start going through them because they start decoding. So that's how that works. And you lose your health while being in those sectors. So that's how it closes off.
Gotcha.
And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's trios, and that's how it is.
I never would have thought Ubisoft would make a battle royale game. To
Really?
be honest with you,
What?
because
makes you
I
say
thought
that?
I thought they had their services already. I thought they had their Rainbow. Their is For Honor still around?
Yeah.
They have
still
For
gets
Honor.
updated.
They still have their the Division. They got a couple of games of service
Mhm.
still.
Yeah. It is like Darwin Project, just a bit. I don't think it'll die like Darwin Project did, though. Can you show my clip as a bonus clip of the week? No, I can't input it right now, but it'll be for next week. So yeah, well, what do you think of what you saw? We're gonna get more details on when it's coming to console. It's gonna be coming this year for consoles as well. So what do you think of it so far? I don't know if you got to see any more of it.
I got to see them when they announced it and they launched it and
Mhm.
everything. I saw a couple of minutes, maybe like 30 minutes of gameplay
Mm-hmm.
of people playing. It's basically a battle royale. I didn't see anything new, anything different. That's why I was asking if they had different legends, because I was interested in seeing different abilities or things that other people can do.
Mm-hmm.
Would I try? Yeah, I'll give it a go.
Mm-hmm.
What I did like was the environment. It looked different. The city, being in the
Uh-huh.
city and stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. Interesting. I definitely think it's gonna be interesting to try out. It's definitely gonna be one of the more fast-paced battle royale games out there. That's for sure. But I mean, we'll see when it comes out officially. So
It's got a lot of competition though.
It does.
Because on one end you have your Warzone, the military heavy, style. Then you have your over the top cartoony one with Fortnite, and then you got Apex. It's kind of futuristic,
Mm-hmm.
Legends kind.
Legend
So
based.
where does this one fit in the pantheon of
Yeah,
battle
I
royale,
guess a more
so-
futuristic Warzone, if you want to call it.
yeah.
I guess. But yeah, that'll be definitely interesting to see more of it in the upcoming weeks, especially with Ubisoft Forward coming
The
out.
cool thing about it is that you're gonna see weapons that you haven't seen before, because some of the weapons on Apex are Titanfall
Well,
weapons,
they're all Titanfall.
and then you have your Warzone weapons that are basically real weapons.
Yeah.
And in Fortnite, you have kind of like a weird montage there of
Of stuff.
of craziness. So I would like to see the kind of stuff that Ubisoft could create. Yeah, they could have easily made like a freaking what was this game that took place in Bolivia?
Ghost Recon?
They could have made a Ghost Recon battle royale, basically.
But I don't think people want to see that. with
That's what I'm
PUBG
saying. That
with
would have been the
PUBG.
easy way.
Oh, okay.
Just to get those assets, you have like a forest, and you just have people drop there.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, no, it's
I
gonna
like
be
the
free to
fact
play
that they
across the
made
board.
a whole new thing instead of just
Yeah.
taking the easy route. I'm glad that they actually we're gonna put a new city, a new environment, new weapons,
New idea.
just start from scratch. I like that better than trying to reuse crap.
Yeah.
The easy way would have been, hey, we're just gonna drop them in a friggin' forest, and it's basically the assets that we use for Ghost Recon,
Yeah.
and just let them go at it.
Absolutely agree. So yeah, I'm excited to see what Ubisoft Forward also has to.
Crab Robber says, my question
Nice.
is, would it be free to play for console? Because games are free to play on PC.
No, it's gonna be free to play no matter what. There's only PUBG, I think, is a battle royale that you've ever had to pay for. I think now on Daisy, I guess if you want to kind of count it.
H1Z one, I think, was free, unless you got like
H1Z1 was free.
one
Unless
of
you
those
got
starter
the Founders
packs.
pack.
Yeah.
But yeah,
They'll probably do the same with this. Probably for $20, you get like a Founders thing and get different skins, because I can see that each character has their own look, their own different, distinct way of showing off
Yeah.
stuff. So I'm sure that's going to be a thing.
Mm-hmm. So yeah,
If that's going to be $70 like all the other PlayStation
Oh,
5
no,
games.
don't say that. Don't say that. Don't give Ubisoft any ideas. All right.
$70, man. Get used to it. All the games are going to be $70.
Well, that is the news. There you go. And now we're gonna go into you can spend your hard-earned cash on. And with our first game coming out this week, we're going to be showing off the games, right? We're going to be showing off the games that are going to be out this week. Now, for you to participate in the giveaway, because we said on Instagram Live that we're going to be giving away a $25 gift card. You guys have to call in with your guess of the games that we're going to show off, right? Depending on how many you guess correctly, we'll decide who wins. You know, we have 5, right? Whoever guesses the most correctly or the closest on all of those, then you guys will win. Does that sound good?
So we're not going to show any of the prices of any of the games until we get to people to call in.
Yeah.
And then
We'll go game by game. Like usual.
Okay, but are they gonna call in after every?
They should, yeah. Before we switch games, so we can account for their guess. Do you get what I'm saying, or no?
I say you show them all off.
Show them all off, okay.
And then they
do
can
that.
call in and guess the prices, and the one that guesses the most right, win.
Okay.
Because if
that
not,
sounds fine.
it's gonna take forever every time we answer calls.
Okay. That sounds good. So let's begin with Superliminal. Superliminal was a game that was shown at came out on PC. It was shown at State of Play, I believe, 2 months ago, if I'm not mistaken. And it's a really interesting game where it kind of it's a puzzle first person game.
It's coming out to PlayStation now.
Yes.
I thought this game was out a long time ago.
I thought it was too. When there was one day where I'm like, you know what? I really want to stream this one game that I remember. And I look it up in the store and it wasn't out.
You know what the funny thing is? There's a game just like this in VR.
I'm halfway through that game.
It's
The
called
Fisherman's Tale, yeah. Which that one's really, really interesting.
I've been wanting to play that game. Is it worth it?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Okay,
it's
cool.
pretty good. So Superliminal coming out the 7th, so this Tuesday, on PS4, Xbox, and Switch. So it's gonna be a really cool, fun illusion type of puzzle solving game.
Yeah.
That's gonna be really cool to try out. So
that's one of the
that's
games.
one of our games. Yes, that's one of our games. The next game, the second game, number 2 on the list, is Crosscode.
It's a Switch game.
Now, Crosscode is a PS4 Switch game. Don't automatically assume it's just Switch. Calm down.
Okay.
It's a RPG. It's an
RPG.
JRPG.
I just see freaking dots.
A fast-paced combat system, 16-bit SNES style graphics.
Okay. I see what you're selling.
With butter-smooth physics, engaging puzzle mechanics,
Okay.
served with a gripping sci-fi story.
It should be on my Vita.
on your Vita?
If it was on my Vita, you have an instant sell. On my PS4, don't think.
What about Switch, dude? Come on. I know you like those Joy-Con
Gosh.
controllers.
Oh my gosh. I got arthritis in my hands, dude. I don't need to freaking torture it anymore with those crappy ass controllers. Don't guess in the chat. You will once we show the 5 games off, you guys could call in and guess the prices of all 5 games. The one that guesses the most will win the contest. So don't put any of your answers in the chat because then you're helping somebody else.
Yeah, don't do that. So next game after Crosscode, we have
Prodigy can't sleep thinking of different contests and how we're gonna give crap away. I don't know how he comes up with this stuff.
I don't know. I just think about it. The next game we have is Bloodstained Curse of the Moon 2.
What?
Yeah, Bloodstained Curse of the Moon 2.
That's crazy. Curse of the Moon came out a couple months ago. They already made a second one?
Was it Bloodstained or were you thinking
It was
of another
Bloodstained
game?
too.
Oh, Interesting. Well, this is a action platforming game. So it's a platformer, and it still has that 8-bit aesthetic, with more modern controls. Because I guess this is like a revamp or something of an old game.
$1 million.
Oh yes. So yeah, Bloodstained: Curse of the Moon 2 coming out on July 10th.
Oh, they went with a better. The other one was 8. It was like 8-bit. This one looks like more of a 32-bit style.
Oh, I know what you mean. So yeah, we have Bloodstained as number 3. So the fourth game we have is F1 2020. And you guys know what F1 is already. F1 is a racing game. F1 racing.
$70.
Getting released on everything except Switch.
Of course, because you don't want that.
And
thing to
on
burn.
Stadia.
It is on Stadia.
We got them, boys. Yeah. So
Damn,
coming
I
out
could
this
race
Friday.
anywhere.
I can race wherever I want.
Any place I have a controller, I can race. That's what I'm talking about.
What the? Bravo, you're not gonna bring more side news in the chat, dude.
What?
The voice actor for Frieza's dub voice. So the English voice actor's in the hospital needing a double lung transplant.
That's what you get for smoking.
How do you know Frieza's voice actor smokes, huh? You don't know that.
To get that. Yeah, I don't know.
Frieza!
Yeah, that's not a smoking voice.
That's not. I'm trying to think.
Vegeta's voice is more like a smoking voice.
Linda. Oh, yeah, that's right. It's a female. That's
Oh, yeah,
right.
she is a smoker then. That's a female smoker's voice.
Kakarot playing with little boys in spandex. I see. Do you remember? Do you remember that video?
No.
You don't remember that video?
No.
Dragon Ball Pay.
I don't know
Dragon
what-
Ball Pay.
I don't know what you be watching at night.
Dude, how are you? I gotta show you those videos after the show. Oh crap! Wait, we're not done. No.
We're not done, but they're ready.
Wait, who called?
I don't know. Why don't you ask?
Hello, caller. You're online.
Are you guys not done?
Wait, we're missing one game.
Ah, shit. Okay. Sure, wait or...
Yeah, I guess call back in like a minute. Call back in a minute,
Oh, damn, I
alright?
thought we took all 5 games already.
It's all good. Bye.
Congratulations!
Okay, we need one more game, guys. Come down. Don't get too excited. All right, so last game.
Is this the Hitman hit game?
Sword Out. No, I don't. Alex Record didn't send me any Hitman Killer
Okay.
review. Well,
I
we
guess there was no killer games this week.
Crosscode can be it, you know. But Sword Out Online, Alicization, Licorice is coming out.
So this is a
This
video
week.
game about a video game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
In one, you know.
Gotcha.
So that is coming out this Friday as well on PC, PS4, and Xbox. It is an RPG action adventure game based around the anime Sword Art Online Alicization. So yeah. Interesting. So those are your 5 games, guys. Remember Superliminal, which was the puzzle game. Crosscode, which was the RPG. RPG. The JRPG. I don't know. With smooth combat system. 16-bit
Smooth.
SNES style graphics. And we have Bloodstained, Curse of the Moon 2. We had F1 2020. And Sword Art Online Alicization Licorice. So Retro Killer, you put in the chat. If you do want to call back, you're more than willing to do so. So you can guess on those 5 games. And we will give you guys until... I'll say it after.
Yeah. So.
Wait. Oh my gosh. Okay. Hello, caller. You're online.
Okay, maybe not.
Okay. I guess we're not taking him.
Okay, this is the other thing. When they call in, they have to give us the 5 prices. You should write them down. Don't tell them they're right or wrong. Or you could tell them at the end how many you got right, but not which ones you got right. That way, when the other people call,
Okay. Yes.
You
Yes.
get what I'm
Good
saying?
idea. Good idea.
do you have something to write with?
Yeah. My laptop.
Okay, that works. Okay, that we got a caller, so the
Yes.
rest have to wait.
Yes. Caller, you're online.
Hello.
Yes. Who is calling? You can use your gamer tag if you want. So, if you want to.
Hello.
Yes. Caller.
Oh, it's Retro.
Oh, what's up?
So the first game, I would say it was 20.
Okay.
What was the first game again?
The subliminal,
Superliminal.
superliminal.
Oh, yeah, that's 20.
Okay.
The second game is what?
The crosscode, the quote unquote RPG.
Oh, Crosscode is 20 as well.
Can you have looked this up?
We're not saying if you're right or wrong,
I'm just wondering.
but you got. We're gonna say the name, and you got 1 second to respond. That's the only way we can,
He's like, see.
Well, I didn't hear you. I was
Okay.
listening to you real quick.
Okay, what? So bloodstain.
So Bloodstain.
Oh, Bloodstain is 15.
15. Okay.
It's not that, yeah.
And then the F1 2020
60.
60.
Yeah.
And then Sword Art whatever
Sword Art Online Alicization Liquors.
liquors.
Licorice.
SAO, I think
SAO, yes.
60.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
So he's around there, right?
Yeah, he's around there.
Okay.
So we'll give you guys until the ending of the show, basically, because we're gonna review one game, and we'll give you guys to call during that time. Let's move on. So reviews.
That's why you should have
Reviews.
a 1.
Oh, we should have. Hitman wasn't here today. But talking about 1s and 2s.
So the review game of the week is Iron Man VR. We were able to play it and try it out to let you guys know how the game is.
Yes.
And we got some good things and some
not so good things.
not so good things.
So let's start out with Iron Man VR. What is it? What is it about? Basis. It's an Iron Man VR game made exclusively for Pors VR, PSVR.
Okay. So it's a PlayStation exclusive for now.
Yes, for now.
Yeah, because most games always do a little while and then they flip over.
and then they flip over.
Same thing happened. Like we're gonna get Darth Vader Immortal
Oh yeah, for the PlayStation.
So
Yeah. So this is what you guys are watching is some gameplay that I streamed on launch night of the game this Friday, and so it is an Iron Man story that is kind of like the one you know. He was in a cave.
But
You don't get to play through that. He gave up his making weapons. He turned into the Iron Man, became a hero. Whatever. Lives in Malibu. Lives in his little house. His big house. But it is not based around the Avengers Iron Man. It is not based off the Iron Man from the movies. So don't go into it thinking you're going to play like the movies. It's not like that.
I don't get to be Robert Downey Jr. That sucks.
I wish it was his voice, though. That would have been awesome. But, so, let's start with what they get right. What did you like? Here we're watching the scene that, to me, I made you play this mission because this is the mission that wowed me during the stream.
I like the fact that you feel like you are flying and that you are Iron Man in the sense of the way you move your hands, the way you do different movements. It's the movements that Iron Man would make. Like for flying, you would put your palms down and thrust. If you want to go to the sides, you would thrust to the side. If you want to slow down, like if you're going this way, you would put your hands the opposite way to slow down, or you put your hands back and you double thrust or burst forward. I like all that. That's awesome. The way you would aim and shoot, that's how you would aim and shoot in real life. I like the fact that you shoot like this, a certain weapon, and you go like this, and you could see the rockets come out of your wrists and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That all feels awesome. The flying feels awesome, that you could fly around in the environment and look around and all that. I think all that.
So
they
you're
did a good
saying
job.
that being Iron Man, so the feeling of Iron Man
Yeah.
is awesome. They got it pretty
Yes.
good.
Yes.
All right.
The only way they would have done better is if it had more power, and you can like fly and just feel the speed of flying. That's the only thing I think they could have improved on, the feeling aspect of making you feel like Iron Man. But other than that, the aiming, the shooting, the way you fly and all that, I think they did a pretty good job.
Okay. I would have to agree there as well. I definitely liked all those aspects. I love the way you use the weapons. The different weapons they had. They have different weapon types as well that you can use. And I definitely there was moments where I felt amazing. I felt like I was actually Iron Man. You know, flying around, doing all these crazy movements and you know, going up and down, pulling down, braking, turning to the side while you're shooting at as well with your other hand and flying with one. It felt really, really cool. You know, if you felt like Iron Man in some of those moments. It
And
was
when
really,
you're
really
flying
cool.
around the plane and all that stuff,
You're going
I thought that was
over
cool.
it, under it. You're fixing the plane, doing things that Iron Man would be doing. That definitely they did a pretty good job at the movement system. You know, with your hands and the way you
Oh,
aim
the
it
HUD
and all
too.
that stuff. Oh, that is my 10 at like the one place I'll say that game just felt 10 out of 10 when I first played it. When you first launch the game, you begin on the beach of Malibu, and dude, when you just see your breath, and I'm like, and even though it's not your breath actually, but when you see it and you're like, oh crap, we're already in the HUD, and then you see it close off on you. You know when it did the piece by piece and it closed in on your face, and then it opened up like that with your eyes and everything. That felt so cool. Hello, caller.
Hello.
Hello.
Me, Crapper.
What's up, crap rapper?
I thought his crap rapper's niece called.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, housekeeping. Can I come in?
Wait.
You name the games off again?
So the first game is Superliminal, which is that puzzle solving game.
I feel like that's gonna be like $20.
Okay.
What's the second one?
Crosscode.
Crosscode, which is the
RPG.
RPG, quote unquote.
Is that like the real life type of game?
It was the Japanese one.
The retro one.
No, the retro one.
I'd say it's gonna be like maybe 15.
Okay.
Okay. Bloodstain, Curse of the Moon 2.
Which was that real life one you were talking about that had like the trailer had real life in it?
I feel like that's gonna be 20.
Okay.
20 or 30. I feel like 30.
Okay.
30? Okay.
And then the F1 2020.
2020.
I don't see a lot of people into F1 games, so I say it's like maybe 40.
Okay.
Okay. We'll take that answer, but they don't care if people are into it or not. They're just going to sell it for their price.
Number 5 is Sword Art Online, SAO, Alicization, Licorice.
I mean, I'm sure it'll come out at 60, you know, first off, but then they'll drop it to 40.
Yeah.
eventually.
Yeah.
What was the last one?
Sword Art
SAO.
Online.
It was what?
Sword Art Online. The
That's that
big RPG game. No, it was the big one,
like-
the 3D one, and they were fighting like these beasts. It's an anime. It's based off an anime.
It's on your screen right now.
Yeah, I'm not a huge anime fan, so yeah, it's probably gonna be like a $60 game.
50?
50 or 60, yeah.
Oh, I need an answer. 50 or 60?
Oh, okay, I'll just give you 60.
All right, 60. All right, sounds good. Thank you for calling.
All right. We'll give the results.
No, why'd you hang up? Why'd you hang up? That was
I
rude
don't
of
know.
you.
I thought I heard silence and I was like,
That's why you
Here, give it
me
back
mouse.
to you.
Look,
Yeah,
there's the
sorry.
scene. There's the scene right there. Look at that, just loading in. Your eyes open, and then everything else opens up around you. That just felt so cool.
Yeah.
So, we said the good things.
Oh,
I feel like I feel like we've stated the good stuff. You know.
Okay, so what's the bad?
Can I cue it or no?
Yeah, do it. Uh-oh, you did it. You did it. Some motherboard got destroyed. Usually it's mine. Let's see what Prodigy has to say.
So, you guys that happened to or were able to be on the stream on Friday night launch of Iron Man. I was saying
They were going to
Prodigy,
say change your
color. Oh my gosh. Hey, soon. No, I'm kidding. We don't know. I don't know. I mean, but Iron Man. Oh man. Biggest problem with this game and what destroys my motherboard and what destroys it for me for this game, what destroys it for me is that it is made on the Unity engine.
What's your beef for Unity?
There is a big issue if you want to come out with a big game and it's made on that garbage engine. I wouldn't say garbage, outdated.
I think that Unity is good for certain things.
Mobile games.
Yeah, smaller games, we're going to say. Indie games.
Maybe. That the best at that.
Yeah.
Best at that. But the reason I say this is because there's
now that
a
I
lot
say
of-
that, can you name a really high-end, like AAA, like burst your computer or a console, push it to the limits Unity game?
That's why none.
Okay.
None. It's because the engine's not capable of doing that.
It's because it's a multitasking, and like it's made to
It's
run on
'cause
mobile. On
That's
tablets
the
and-
thing.
Okay.
Is that the engine's made for everything just because it's one of the easier engines to create stuff on. You know, it's not too hard to make things on it because it's simple. Which I don't mind that it is, but if you to make a VR game and you want to make it look immersive, want to make it play and feel immersive and good, I don't think you should. This is the engine you should use, right? The studio that made this game was called Camouflage. It's not a big, well-known studio, but they did take upon the project on themselves to do it. But I would just wish they picked another engine to do it on. Even Unreal, I think, would have been better. But the problem with this is that the engine, if you don't have a good engine or an engine that can keep up with the game you want to make, the game itself will suffer from a lot of issues. And what is one issue that you mentioned when you saw the Malibu when you were flying around?
It's funny because when you're flying around Lord Infamous, when you fly around Iron Man's house, it's cool because everything around the actual house looks detailed. But once you get
or decent, because you didn't get to see it yourself.
It's not extremely detailed, but you can
Yeah.
see like that's a tennis court, that is a house, that's this or that. Like you can see what it is. But if you go 3 blocks that way, it's just mush. It's just like it's like if they took the town and painted it on a painting and just went and just spread it around and you just see mush.
It's
but
like,
you know it's supposed to be a town or the village or whatever, the city on the mountain, because you can see like remembrances of what a house would be there. But
no, yeah, you see a block. I remember you saw blocks, but then like the floor was painted. You know the trick that PS3 games used to do, PS2 games used to do, where it was just a painted image on a surface that makes it look like land or whatever.
Yeah, like we're gonna make a store, but it's just a square and it paste the store
like
on
old Spider-Man games. It was just an.
But
image
then when
of
you
a
go up
store.
to it, you're like, what is this crap?
It's not 3D. So that the issue with it is that Iron Man suffers.
Same thing when you go to his house. Like you can see the desk, everything looks cool, but and then when you start looking around the house, you're like, the hell? PlayStation 4, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 2. You're like, what the heck?
Oh, dude, and you didn't play Shanghai. The buildings and the streets, and it was literally PS2.
It was eye hurting, bad.
Not eye hurting.
It's
if you
because
looked at it,
they must have been
paid
like,
attention
they must
to
have
it.
been thinking like, well, they're gonna be focused on this. They're gonna be looking at the stuff. They're not really gonna look at this.
It's because,
but the thing is that the first thing the gamer does is like, how do I break this game? I don't know why, but I'm that way. The first thing I try to do is, can I go backwards? In every single game, when the game starts, the first thing I do is I go backwards.
Wow. Wow. What?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, because Mario, the first game I played as a freaking 5-year-old, you could only go to the right. You couldn't go to the left. Once you advance the screen, you couldn't go left.
Oh, you couldn't go back.
So even in some games, it's a trophy to go backwards, and there's like something hidden there.
Oh yeah.
So when I
I
started,
remember some of the games. I remember you telling me of a time you went back.
So in most games, when I start on a map and I just load in, I go, okay, I'm supposed to go up. Let me see if I could go down. So I start testing certain things. Same thing with this. Like you gave me the controllers, I'm there flying. Like what if I do this? What happens? Can I fly like that? Can I go this? Like even when the turning, you use the quarter turn thing that most VR games. But I wanted to see if I can steer my way around like I would. But see, I think most gamers try to break the games.
Yeah.
And that's what happens with images. So like you're like, okay, when I was doing the whole Malibu thing, like his house, I'm like, can I fly to the crap to see what it looks like from up close?
Yeah.
I was already trying to break the game.
Trying to break the game. Yeah. I mean, oh, dude, can I just zoom in on this right here? That was issue number 2. What am I looking at? Wait, what? Never mind. That's gameplay right now.
No, but I was gonna say that part was cool, like rebuilding.
Yes.
What you thought you were gonna show was the
loading screen.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah. That's the
Dude.
other problem with the Unity. Yes. It doesn't have the capability to have a lot of things on screen, so it has to load new things, new environments. There's times where like, okay, let's go. We're about to go into this adventure. Loading screen right now, like this is. I even told I'm being proud of you. This is like the climax. I'm about to jump out of the plane and start this whole
and like
thing, and you load me right off the jumping of the screen. Like,
yeah,
that's terrible. It just breaks the immersion for me.
Yes, and for those who were on stream with me throughout the entire thing, if you were there, we spent out of the 2 hours I played. We spent probably 30 minutes of those 2 hours loading or standing around of just me just standing there. Maybe 35 minutes.
And that's not, I'm not trying to be like a video game snob, but there's times and ways to go about, even Alex, which is a awesome VR game, the graphically looks beautiful. I hated the times that it loaded.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind if it loads, but like I was telling Prodigy, choose a different point to load. Choose a point where after the fighting stops, load there. But don't load like in Alex. There was one time that I crossed from a door from one room to the other, and it loaded. I'm like, that's so weird and random. Like how like this door's like the point of another warp or something. Like I just thought that was weird. And for it to happen so often, especially the whole point of VR is to lose yourself in this world. It's kind of hard to lose yourself. Imagine you everyday life, you wake up and then I'm gonna go have breakfast. Wait, before you have breakfast, we're loading. Okay. Put my shoes on.
I want to get on my house.
Yeah, you're about to leave your house. Loading.
You load the entire world.
it just breaks the immersion of it.
That and it just elongates it, like where it feels like not boring but tedious to play,
Yeah.
Which brings me to my next point, which is because I've played a bit more. Kuko got to try, and Kuko can't really play because of his shoulder.
Yeah.
So
that's the only reason I didn't play it.
Kind of handicapped.
Even on one of those, I went and the whole point of VR. Sometimes you lose. You start thinking, okay, what I would do right now. And there was ships, and I went to jerk my arm to go blast it with my left hand, and I'm like, oh no, I'm not supposed to do that yet.
Yeah. But here's where we go into issues with the game itself, is where the fighting gets tedious later on.
I can see that because when you were in a different world, it was still the same fighting.
Yeah.
You're still fighting the same drones, shoot them.
Like they introduce one enemy per mission, like a new one. They try to. But sometimes it feels tedious because it's the same move to this area, wave. Move to this area. There's a wave. Move to this area. This is a wave. And they try to mix it up with, like, On the helicarrier mission, which you didn't get to see, was later on there would be bombs on the helicarrier. I would have to go fly inside the helicarrier, go to the bombs and freeze, and then disarm and rip it off or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And there'll be like 3 bombs across the thing. But it just gets a bit tedious.
It's just the combat's the same.
Yeah.
And they switch up the in-between stuff to break up the monotony.
Yes. That's
Gotcha.
exactly what they do. Kind of like things that, old games would do. Old games with that same type of style.
Yeah.
Would have a wave come. Yeah. It gets kind of tedious.
That's
and
what
I know
I
you
didn't
can
like about the Doom. Before the one that record was playing, the Doom before, it felt like you go to a room, a bunch of monsters, clear the room, next one. Get there, monsters come out, clear the room, the next one.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I get the loop, but I noticed that when you were playing, I'm like, you're mission 5, but you're still fighting the same robot flying drones that you did in mission 1.
Yeah. And the only reason I would see playing a lot would be to get the other weapons, get different things, because it is kind of cool. When they introduced the unibeam, which is the chest beam, was also pretty cool. But
how much is the game though?
$40.
$40.
It's like a standard VR game price.
Yeah.
Most of them are 40. Top is 50. I don't think I've ever seen one that's 60 ever.
Yeah.
At least not on PlayStation VR. I've never seen one that's 50. I mean 60.
But see, this kind of feels like an on-rail shooter, except you fly around, but
just
you fly around, but like in a designated area. It's not like you could fly wherever you want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not like that. I still have to beat it, but from this far, I just don't like the loading. I wish the visuals were better. I wish enemy and the way you fight was a bit different. The enemies are too predictable, in my opinion. They do a lot of the same thing over and over again.
They're like running, and they spin here. Now they move here, spin here.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like a lot of it. Yeah. And we Prodigy was saying that it feels kind of like the PlayStation VR is dated, but the visuals of Blood and Truth were 10 times better than the.
Oh, absolutely.
Here.
But
so it's not
London studio.
Exactly. So that's a studio / engine. Then the PlayStation being outdated, even though it is, because when we compare it to the Oculus Quest and everything else, it needs to.
And I'm saying it's outdated, not in the because the graphics are not that bad in Blood and Truth. Like for this gen, they could stand. Of course, next gen, I better see some freaking Half-Life Alyx graphics on that thing, but. It's dated in its tech, which we've always we've always complained about.
Yeah,
because it's true. The camera's outdated, and the move controller's outdated.
Yeah,
and the lack to me when it comes to Iron Man, I gotta be able to spin and feel, go around all the time.
Yeah,
but when I have to stop,
when
I have to stop to turn with a button that turns it off for me. You know what I get?
Yeah, because I would like to be able to flip around and blast behind me, turn around, fly in front of me,
dude, you think of Iron Man, you fly, and you could go like that, and you could turn around, and you want to be able to do that. Yeah. You want to be able to do all that, but just because of the lack of 360 on a PlayStation VR,
and a lot of his boosters come from his feet.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. You're getting into Come on, dude, that's a little bit of.
You can strap some
it's funny because I told Richie, DJ Fuego, I'm like, dude, what if we put the office chair that I have with no back seat, and we put our chest on it, and we fly face down, we go face down like that, so we feel like we're flying head first. But like we mentioned, the good things are, you feel like there's moments where you feel like Iron Man.
Yeah,
you feel awesome. You're blasting. When you can fly forward, flip your hands, brake like that, and rip out the rockets on your wrist and stuff. So it has its moments, but I might as well gonna say my final verdict is someone. I can't put it in the girl terms the date terms we always like to do, but I think it's a Mickey Mouse version of a way bigger Iron Man game that we would want to see in the future, because there's a lot that can be improved upon in it.
It's like you went on a blind date, and the girl you met was good, but the older sister looked better. So so the Iron Man game is fine, but you can't wait till the better Iron Man game comes out later.
Oh my gosh! I guess you couldn't have said it better.
So I think this game for $15-20 is a must buy. At $40, I think it's wait till one of those flash sales come and get it. But it is a game worth trying.
I wanted to be Iron Man. You know, it's freaking awesome. Imagine being Iron Man. So that's why I got it. Like that's why I got it. And not only that, also I got it so we can review it for today. The
Batman VR is awesome too, but like my brother says, it's kind of you're standing still. But look at that one graphically.
It's different.
Yeah, because you don't have all those movements.
Rock steady.
But I even said to my brother, but that's yes, rock steady. You're not moving, but it's also 5 years old.
Look at Arkham Knight though, near the same time.
Exactly, dude.
Those graphics were so good.
Ready. Like that's
try
the Batman VR game, and you get to see Batwing right in front of you.
That's why Unity engine is what messed up this game.
I believe it did. I think with another engine, you could get more
it would have been a bit
more power to it.
Yes, absolutely. So yeah, that is our final verdict.
The Spider-Man
experience was so damn.
It's the same thing. When you're web slinging, you feel like you're Spider-Man. But then when you stand still and you look at the buildings, you're like, this is kind of like a demo.
Because it was an experience.
It's a demo though.
Yeah, it was a free experience for the movie.
And you also
but dude, that makes me want to have a freaking full Spider-Man game. That'd be so awesome. But yeah.
But what happens with VR is not everybody's stomachs and brains could keep up with VR. So there's a very small number of people that do not get dizzy or motion sickness from it, but a lot of people do. So that's what's going to keep us from having those kind of experiences. Mm-hmm. Not everybody could fly around without getting sick.
That's why I think...
I'm one that, and you are as well. We don't get sick. But you hear all the other video game nerds out there like, oh my God, I can't move. I'm so sick and dizzy.
Yeah.
And blah, 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 blah.
And I was surprised because...
So when they do the testing with these people, they're like, it moves too fast. I'm going to throw up. So I guess, okay, let's make it slower now. And that messes it up for the other ones.
Yeah. Like, there's only select games where I've ever gotten dizzy on the PlayStation VR. On Oculus and all that, I don't because they have higher refresh rates, whatever. Mm-hmm. But for PSVR, the only games I've ever gotten, like, and it's not even sick where I want to throw up. It's just, that felt kind of weird. Was like one time Riggs. I remember jumping up and I had like a smooth look. Wherever I looked, my entire mech turns. And I had to turn off that setting because I would look down and turn and I'll be falling and I'll be like, oh, whoa, I felt really like kind of sick. That was only one moment.
You got vertigo?
Yeah, I think that's what it was. It was that one, and I think Farpoint.
Riggs was so underrated.
It was. You remember Farpoint, the Mars game?
Yeah.
That one, I think I had smooth turn on, but I had it really fast where it would spin my camera really fast. And like, since the refresh rate and the thing was kind of like sliding, I was like, oh, wait, that's not me turning. That was the only moment. And I thought that was going to happen to me with Iron Man. I was kind of scared because you got to fly and you got to look down and like turn. But dude, I didn't feel it. Like me personally, I can't, like, I don't get sick so easily.
I think if you had a better engine and had the free turning, like being able to turn around 360 stuff, the game would be
pretty good.
Spot on.
It would be good. So yeah, that is our verdict for Iron Man VR. We're now gonna go and I guess go through the list of the.
That's it. Tally up.
The tallies. So
we'll start with number one, which is show it.
Superliminal.
Okay.
This is the game.
So don't show that yet. So what are the two prices we got? We had two callers call in.
Retro and Crap Rapper.
So Retro gave us what?
20.
And Crap Rapper gave us
20.
So they're both the same price. What was the price?
20.
Bing, 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 bing. 1 point each. All right.
20. Next game.
Wow, congratulations!
We have Crosscode.
Okay. So Retro gave us
20.
Crap Rapper gave us
15.
The right answer was
20.
So one.
Wow, congratulations!
And the other one?
Wrong.
Next game. Bloodstained, Curse of the Moon 2.
Okay.
Retro
gave
15.
us 15.
Crap Rapper
gave us
3. I mean 30. 30.
Okay.
And 15 is the correct answer, right? Yes, yes. 15 is the correct answer.
I don't know about this.
Wow! Congratulations!
Wrong.
So 4-2.
Yes.
Okay.
And next game.
So if he gets this right, there's no way the other guy could come back.
Crab Rapper, no.
Yeah. Okay. Which he did because it's got to be a $60 game.
Retro, 60. Crab Rapper, 40. $60.
Uh-oh. We have a winner.
Wow! Congratulations!
And Crab Rapper,
For Craps and Giggles, what was the last one?
SAO, $60.
And that's what...
They both guessed 60.
So he got them all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
We might have to do some fine tweaking and tuning to this type of giveaway. But either way, Retro, thank you for being on stream.
Thank you for calling in.
Thank you for calling in, participating. As always.
Is Retro Files on Instagram?
Retro is Brandon, the one that said on the...
Okay,
the thing.
gotcha.
So he's there. But thank you guys for participating. Thank you guys for watching the show. Remember, guys, just like we have already here on the green screen, D2D, if you guys want to go pick up some of their glasses, some of their enhancers, some of their drinks, fantastic. Use code Gamebros, capital G, capital B, to get 10% off your next order. So that way you guys can support them. If you guys also want to buy the box for next month for Gamer Actionwear, this is from
Pokemon ones.
June. Next month is the Gengar one. Which looks really nice. I like Gengar out of all the Pokemon. He appeals to me as well. I like him. So make sure you guys go pick him up and see the design.
Nikki's drinking
for
some
next
D2D right now.
month. Oh, dude, Nikki has been nonstop drinking D2D. I'm like, Nikki, calm down. And you see her in the party, she's like, no, I'm kidding.
Okay.
I'm exaggerating. But,
okay.
But make sure you guys just tune in throughout the week for our streams. We try to do them every day, but for sure Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we always have streams at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you guys want to see Wednesday, we're going to start doing compilations of all the clips from Twitch every week. So make sure you guys tune in this Wednesday so that way you guys can see a nice little compilation here on our YouTube. Make sure you guys follow us on our Instagram. On our Instagram and all our different social medias. Remember, the polls for the tourney close this week on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as well. And Last of Us giveaway is still going on. Is there any other giveaway that I need to announce?
No, we're going to start some new ones. We got to start the Ghost of Tsushima one.
We need to, because I think... When does the game come out? It comes out next Friday.
Oh, I guess we're gonna have to do the same thing like we did with Last of Us.
I think we should. We'll have it. We'll announce it.
Oh, Wang Lang's in the studio.
What do you mean he's in the studio?
It's super late because we're finishing.
Oh, Wang Lang's in the.
Wang Lang.
Wang Lang. Oh, welcome Wang Lang. But we're ending.
I hope he makes Ghost of Tsushima.
Dude, that'd be so cool. I'd love to see that with the same grass too. Go to the grass.
Go to the same canal
and like just have a robe on with the samurai sword and just have the wind waving. So go to that same canal.
Does it need to have one of those little what's I don't know the name of the instruments. It's like it looks like a metal. It's a piece of wood with a bunch of metal things and you go bing bing bing.
A kalimba.
I guess you went to art class. I didn't.
Art class. I didn't go to art class. When are the winners going to be announced for the Last of Us giveaway? That is
next week.
Next week as well. So yeah. Make sure you guys go to our Instagram and do all that. Go to the links. Say no more, fam. All right, I'm waiting for it. We're gonna have another interview then.
Can we be in the background? Like, can we be the guys that get killed?
Hey, I have a samurai sword. You want a prop? You need a prop? I got you.
I look like a sumo wrestler.
You get stabbed.
I could be in the back, like Tochi. We could film some scenes.
Oh,
at
it's
the
called a
Korean barbecue.
shamisen. I thought it was a kalimba. Is there more types? I don't know.
Maybe the kalimba is a Samsung in Japanese.
He's the
Depends
music
who made
guy here. But yeah. So yeah, make sure you guys go follow us on our social media so you guys are in tune with everything. And if you guys want to also join our Discord as well, so you guys are there in our little community that we got going on. Link's going to be sent on the Twitch chat right now.
Does he have one of these?
What?
One of those little instruments that I'm talking about.
He says that he does.
Oh, he does?
He just said right now. He does.
Okay, see? Already. Bing, 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 bing.
Oh, unless he said I do to a samurai sword. Because we said two things. Whatever.
Or it could be that he needs a sumo wrestler.
Hit me up, Wang Lang. You follow me on
maybe
Instagram.
he wants to go to the Korean barbecue place.
With us.
It's
We'll
like,
have
do
a
you
nice
want to
dinner.
go? And he says, I do.
There's a
that
lot of,
I do answer.
There's a lot of I do's here.
For
There's
a
a
lot
lot
of
of I
things.
do's. But, but yeah. So,
Would you want us to share what game with you?
game share. Oh, it's the game share thing. No, I need a samurai sword. Katana. You need, yeah, I got you. Wang Lang, hit me up. We want to be in that. I want to be in that video. I got kunais. I got real kunais. So we'll do it.
You're gonna have to cut your hair though, because back in the day, Japanese wouldn't
hate
wouldn't
blondes.
fly.
Yeah. Well, we're doing modern day. No, I'm kidding. We're doing samurais. But that's it. Any closing statements, or have I said everything?
No, you said it all, my friend.
All right. Thank you guys for watching, and like we always say,
Live in your world, but play in ours. Game Bros.
peace.